Fresh off their first series win of the month, Evansville back in action here in just south of Chicago, here in Crestwood, Illinois, taking on the Windy City Thunderbolts. I'm Lucas Macklin. Thank you so much for joining me this Friday evening. And Evansville took a big series win against the New York Boulders to really put themselves in the right direction against the Boulders. As we mentioned during those broadcasts, one of the best teams across the way. And it was a big start to that game that really got Evansville out in front. 7 runs in the first 3 innings, capped off by a J.J. Cruz 3-run shot. And now Evansville comes traveling to Windy City. A chance to try to keep the momentum and still searching for that first road series win of the season. Just for an update, they are 0-12 in series on the road. They've been swept 5 times on the road, 8 times total on the year. But as we mentioned, this team has looked really good at times. They've played a lot of close games. As we mentioned, 27 games have come down to 1 run. They've lost 17 of them. They've been close in a lot of these games. They've been playing a lot of competitive baseball. Just haven't been able to close out some close games. And even though the record may not show it, this is going to be a challenge for Evansville. As Windy City, who started off really slow this year, is playing some really, really good baseball. And it really starts with the pitching for Windy City. If we take a look at their recent games, over their last 7 games, their starting pitching has only allowed 1 or fewer earned runs. And again, for a team that enters at 29-45, it's just not what you expect from them. But like as I mentioned, they've played a lot of good baseball. They just won a series against Washington. They had a chance to sweep, but lost in extra innings. So this is not going to be an easy challenge for Evansville in the slightest. This is the second time of 3 that Evansville will meet this team. The only time that we travel here to Ozinga Field. Tonight's game starts at 6:35 p.m. And we will play 3 games here in Windy City. Then there are 3 games in Mississippi before Evansville travels back to Bosse Field next Friday. Starting for Windy City tonight's going to be Greg Duncan. I want to talk about him because Evansville has faced him this year, and that was a 7-inning complete game for Greg Duncan in that doubleheader where he went 7 innings, only allowed 1 run. So hopefully Evansville's second time seeing this guy, that they can try to get to him. As Duncan goes, he's someone who doesn't give up a ton of runs, doesn't really have blow-up games, but does a really good job at consistently giving up 3 or fewer runs. His last time out went 5 innings, allowed just 1 earned run, but 3 runs total. He gave up 5 hits and walked 1 and struck out 1. But like I said, this Windy City team has pushed up their pitching, but so has Evansville. Again, the Otters have consistently been getting better and better when it comes to pitching. Evansville, over their last 7 days, holds a 3.23 team ERA. And one of the biggest names we saw, obviously, over the week was starts from Braden Scott, Parker Brahms, and Yohan Gonzalez. All 3 of them were excellent, including Braden Scott, I should say, getting 500 career strikeouts, becoming the all-time leader in strikeouts for the Otters as a franchise. Yohan Gonzalez pitching a quality start, getting the 2nd win of the series, even Brahms going 7 innings. But we also saw some really good outings out of the bullpen, specifically from the newest Otter, Garrett Crowley, acquired from Quebec in a trade that sent David Mendham to Canada. He pitched 2 games in that series. First time out against New York, struck out 3 batters, didn't walk anybody in an inning. And then against them on the 7th in the series finale, pitched 2 scoreless innings, only allowed 1 hit on a bunt single, and struck out 3, again with no walks. One of the big things when he was acquired that he struggled with was the walks, and so far through 3 innings, hasn't walked a single batter. He'll be a big name out of the bullpen, obviously for this series, but as the season goes on for this Evansville squad. The Otters going to send out Alex Canny for his 2nd start. Canny making his 3rd appearance overall. Made his first appearance out of the bullpen against Lake Erie, where he went an inning and 2/3, walked 3, but struck out 2. And then his last time out against Florence on the road, He started with 3 2/3 innings, allowed 4 runs. Only one of them was earned, so similar to what we talked about with Greg Duncan in his last outing. 6 hits, couple of walks, also 5 strikeouts. The Otters trying to find some back-end rotation help, still undetermined who will pitch tomorrow. Candy came in. He enters with a 1.68 ERA and 5 1/3, but as I mentioned, 4 runs given up in his last outing, but only one of them was earned, did not get any help from his defense. You're listening to the Papa John's pregame show. Remember that Papa John's is the official sponsor of the Otters pregame and postgame shows, available every game night, 20 minutes before and 10 minutes after each Otters game on the Otters Digital Network, the Home Team Network, and 96.9 WYR. Speaking of the Home Team Network, they are the exclusive home of every Frontier League game this year. Check them out today and get a front row seat to every Otters game this season. Had a couple of big updates when it came to affiliated Otters. If you follow us on Twitter and I believe Facebook, there was a post sent out, but we can go ahead and I'll update you if you haven't seen it. Nate Wolgemuth, who got signed earlier this year by the Astros, got called up skipping low A into high A Asheville. He had an excellent 15 innings in 11 games. He struck out 23 batters in that time, had a 1.2 ERA. Another call-up as well, Noah Myers got called up to Double-A Montgomery. He had a 2.46 average in 89 games with the High A ball club, 74 hits, 12 doubles, 6 home runs, and 43 RBIs. A few other Otters to watch out for, Randy Wynn, who did make an appearance in the majors, currently playing in Triple-A Louisville. Patrick Lee still in High A West Michigan. Kevin Davis is playing for Single-A Kannapolis, 51 Ks in 34 innings across 25 games. And Griff Hughes still in the rookie ball for Toronto. He has gotten his ERA down to 2.84 in 12 2/3 innings with 14 strikeouts. So a lot of great Otters throughout affiliate ball. And we got a bunch of Otters out playing tonight. 6:35 p.m. scheduled start time. We'll take a short break here on the Otters Digital Network. And when we're back, we'll talk about the starting lineups, a little bit more about the starting pitchers. So your first pitch here in Windy City at Ozinga Field.
Smile on Down Syndrome is celebrating 25 years of serving smiles to the Tri-States Down Syndrome community. Not only do we offer programming and support services, we sponsor annual events that give people with Down Syndrome opportunities to be stars of the show at our World Down Syndrome Day Ice Cream Social and Talent Show, Christmas dinner, and our Smile Mile, which is a day celebrating our Down syndrome community, their families that involve the entire tri-state community, and the highlight of the year when individuals with Down syndrome really shine like a star among smiling supporters. Learn more and find your way to get involved and show your support at smileondownsyndrome.org. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and More can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Join Smile on Down Syndrome for a rockin' extra experience at their 24th annual Smile Mile Walk on Saturday, October 4th from 9 to noon at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. Register to walk or donate by visiting smileondownsyndrome.org and come ready to rock it out for an extra spectacular time. All ages and abilities welcome.
Welcome back into Ozinga Field. Evansville Otters taking on the Windy City Thunderbolts. The second time of 3 these two teams will match up. 6:35 p.m. Central Time scheduled start here at the ballpark, and we are nearing closer to that. A couple big notes over the week against New York. Pitching staff really showed out. 32 strikeouts over the series. Braden Scott obviously had 11 in his start, and Yohan Gonzalez 7 in his start on Thursday night. Braden Scott will start the series finale here in Windy City. Another big big note to take a look at was Crix Taveras really breaking out. 3 doubles, the most any Otter has hit in a game this year in the opener. 3 RBIs in that game as well, and then had 2 more hits on Thursday. Ended up reaching base 7 times during his 11 plate appearances. He really showed up, and of course that came with playing some great defense as well out in the field. Made some fantastic plays, not just obviously in that series, but so far in the year he's played some fantastic defense. So if he can really start to find that bat, which he struggled a little bit in his first few starts, that is a huge addition to this Otters lineup. Speaking of the lineups, let's take a look at these starting lineups. First, for the Windy City Thunderbolts, they'll be led by the switch-hitting Cam Feltz out in right field. Batting second and in center field, Michael Sandel. Batting third and at shortstop, James Dunlap. Batting fourth and at first base, Daryl Ruiz. Batting fifth and DHing is David Mayberry. Batting sixth and in left field, Grant Thurman. Batting seventh and at third base, late change to the lineup is Oscar Serratos. Batting eighth and at second base, former Evansville Otter Josh Gibson. And rounding out the lineup, catching will be Zach Beadle. Mentioned that starting for Windy City is going to be Greg Duncan. Duncan has made 15 starts. He's pitched to a 3.8 ERA. He's been a guy who has struggled with the walk at times, but when he faced Evansville at Bosse Field, a complete game, 1-run outing where he only walked 1 and struck out 5. A game that Evansville just couldn't get anything going. Fortunately, they would win the next 2 games of that series to get the series win. Only 4 hits in the game from Evansville in that one. Logan Brown had 2 of them. J.T. Benson had 1, and Graham Brown had the other. J.T. Benson also had a solo shot in that game. Benson will be hitting second in the Otters lineup. But in Duncan's last few times out, he's given up at least 2 runs. His last 3 times out, 2 runs against Washington on July 22nd, 3 runs against Gateway on July 27th, and another 3 runs against Gateway his last time out on August 2nd. However, only 1 of those were earned, get 5 hits, only walked 1, but only struck out 1. And again, throughout the season has really had a walk issue. Over his last 3 games, 6 walks to just 10 strikeouts. So hopefully Evansville will be able to take advantage of that. Speaking of Evansville, let's take a look at the starting lineups for your Otters. Leading it off and in left field, Ellis Schwartz. Batting second and in right field, the aforementioned J.T. Benson. Batting third and DHing will be L.J. Jones. Batting fourth and at third base tonight, Keenan Taylor. Batting fifth and playing first base, Logan Brown. Batting sixth and in center field, Graham Brown. Batting seventh and at second base, J.J. Cruz. At eighth and catching, Cohen Wilbanks. And rounding out the lineup at shortstop, Crix Taveras. Alex Canny will be starting for the Otters, making his second start, his third appearance of the season. Entering with a 1.68 ERA in his 5 1/3 innings. His outing against Lake Erie didn't give up a hit in an inning and 2/3, but did walk 3, struck out 2, got out of the inning unharmed. And then his outing against Florence, where he went 3 2/3 innings, allowed 4 runs. Only 1 of them was earned, struck out 5, gave up 6 hits, and walked 2. He's going to look to try to maybe go a little bit longer for the Otters in this game. Alex Canny, former 3-year starter for the University of Tampa, where he won a D2 national championship in 24. Then played this season with Ole Miss, where he made 15 appearances, pitched to a 5.09 ERA in 17 2/3 innings, but it was down at a 3.6 ERA back on May 15th before his last few innings didn't go as well as you would want. This will be the second time he'll be caught by Cohen Wilbanks this year, who's going to be behind the plate. And obviously, Wilbanks has been the emergency catcher for a lot of the year. But, man, when he's been given opportunities, he has shown. He has been excellent for this Otters team when he's gotten a chance. He's done just a really good job at getting on base. Obviously, only in 15 games, but he leads the team with a 341 batting average. Enters with a 455 OBP. His last start against New York on the 6th in Game 2 of that series, he went 1 for 3. Another at bat. He probably should have drawn a walk, but got called out on strikes. And currently he enters with a 5-game win streak. He's had 7 hits in his last 5 games, going back to June 1st, where he had 2 hits against Florence in that game. Again, he's not a power hitter, just got his first double of the season when he was activated and played on August 2nd. But he just finds ways to get on base, a good bat to have in the lineup catching Alex Canny. Mentioned Crix Taveras, fantastic series for him coming off, went 7 for 11 and reaching, went 5 for 9 overall. And hopefully he can help those two can help the Otters offense at the bottom of the lineup. J.J. Cruz obviously with his big 3-run shot, his 9th of the season. So again, this Otters offense, even with Dennis Pierce getting a rest day today, a ton of talent top to bottom, but again, a tall task against Greg Duncan, the starter for Windy City. It's going to be a fun match here at Ozinga Field. Again, 6:35 p.m. scheduled start time. We are nearing that here at the ballpark. The Otters are 2-1 this year against the Thunderbolts. They're 79-69 overall. First time these teams faced was back in 2009. So it's been a long history between these two squads, and Evansville hopefully trying to get the better of them this year. Again, these two teams both at the bottom of their respective divisions, but Windy City currently 7-3 over their last 10 games. They've been really finding a streak here. It's been starting with their starting pitching, as I mentioned, 7 straight games with their starters only giving up 1 or less runs. They have a couple of really good bullpen pitchers in the back end of their bullpen, but this Otters team has played some really good ball against some really good teams this year, and there's no reason they can't do it here. Thank you for listening to the Papa John's pregame show. Remember that Papa John's is the official sponsor of the Otters pregame and postgame shows, available every game night, 20 minutes before and 10 minutes after each Otters game on the Otters Digital Network, the home team network, and 96.9 WYAR. Take a short break, and when we're back, we'll get the national anthem, the first pitch, here on the Otters Digital Network, and 96.9 WYAR.
Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND CASA.com. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org.
It's about time for baseball here in Ozinga Park. The Otters going to send their lineup that just put up 7 runs against the New York Boulders. 6 runs in game 1 of that series as well against this Windy City squad that has been so good on the mound as of late. As I've been talking about throughout the pregame show, the starters for this Windy City squad has consistently given their team a really good shot to win, and it's worked out as they've been 7-3 in their last 10 games. And it's Greg Duncan on the mound, is going to get the start for Windy City. Duncan on the mound, Zach Beadle behind the plate. That pitcher and catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Green River Road, or call 812-475-9000. It's going to be a tall task for Evansville here. Obviously, a couple of teams that are around the same overall when it comes to record-wise. It was a really slow start for Windy City, but they've been starting to find their groove. For Evansville, obviously, we talked about their struggles in July, but been a better team here in August. Even those losses in Florence, 2 extra innings losses, all of them by 1 run. And unfortunately, those 1-run losses have kind of just been the story of the Evansville season this year. Ellis Schwartz, the Edward Jones leadoff batter of the game, is going to get us started here in Ozinga Park. When you're on the road, get a chance to try to break out and get a lead early, and that's exactly what Evansville is going to try to do here, as Ellis Schwartz is going to step into the left-handed batter's box and get us underway. Here's the first pitch to Schwartz. He fouls that one off, and we are underway at 6:36 p.m. just south of Chicago in Crestwood, Illinois. And Schwartz will fight from behind 0-1 against Duncan. The 0-1 pitch, that one's fouled off as well. He's gotten a couple of foul tips off the ball, but neither of them have been put in play, so he's behind 0-2. Time is called by Ellis Schwartz, leading off this Otters team, and obviously been some changes in the lineup for Evansville. No more Pavin Parks, who is now on Ottawa after he was traded from Gateway. No more David Mindham, who was traded to Quebec for Garrett Crowley. The 0-2 pitch takes that one low and in. Checked his swing, did not go. And now the count will be 1-2. And I don't know the best way to find it, but even with those two on the team offense-wise, one of the youngest teams in the Frontier League, as that one's fouled off, we'll do it again. Good battle here from Ellis Schwartz early in the game. Currently, Evansville tied for the 3rd youngest team when it comes to their offensive players. Talked about it a lot this year, but a ton of young talent on this Evansville roster. 1-2 pitch, called strike 3 on the outer edge. And Schwartz goes down looking for out number 1. So with 1 away, it'll be up to J.T. Benson. Got Evansville started quickly after the Dennis Pierce walk to start the game. A double to score him, put Evansville on the board early in that game. Here's the first pitch to Benson. Front door breaker finds the mark. He's out in front, 0-1. Benson in his 2nd year as a pro, 1st year with the Otters. The 0-1 pitch, that one misses low and away. Evens the count up at 1-1. He's had a hit in each of his last 3 games. I mentioned the RBI double last night, and RBI back on August 3rd against Florence as well. 1-1 pitch fouled off by Benson. Now he'll be behind 1-2. Benson all year has been around the 400 mark for OBP. Currently stands at 398, just a tick below 400. A 469 slugging percentage. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Duncan. That one misses outside and low. It's 2-2. Another good take from J.T. Benson there. The former Louisville Cardinal awaits the 2-2 pitch. That one fouled off again. Another good battle here from Evansville. Friday night baseball here at Ozinga Park. Top of the 1st inning, 1 away. Here's the 2-2 pitch on the ground towards second. It's Josh Gibson to bring it in, throw to first in time, and they're 2 away. Ton of Friday night baseball throughout the Frontier League. Washington and Gateway currently matching up. Maybe a potential prequel of a playoff matchup. Washington up 4-1. Schaumburg now taking on New York, so New York finishing up their southeastern trip, I suppose. Look at the home plate umpire, which tonight is Dario Rivero. Had some words with someone that was standing next to the Windy City bench, making sure they stayed in or off the playing field. First pitch does find the zone to LJ Jones. He'll start behind 0-1. One game has been postponed. Brockton and New Jersey not playing tonight. That pitch misses outside 1-1. LJ Jones, good take there as he steps in with a 276 batting average. He's now become one of the older bats in the lineup. 1-1 pitch. That one's hit well and deep into left. That's going to send Thorman back to the track, but it's going to stay in the ballpark and be caught for out number 3. So the Otters go down 1-2-3 in the top of the first. We head to the bottom here on the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Smile on Down Syndrome is planning a Rockin' Extra Smile Mile celebrating 24 years of walks to support individuals rocking that extra 21st chromosome on Saturday, October 4th at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. This event will rock your socks off with a vendor mall, food trucks, face painting, special guest appearances, a Rockin' Extra talent show, and more. To learn more about how to rock at the walk or how to become an event sponsor or even to make a donation, visit smileondownsyndrome.org or text 812-449-6049 for more information. This sponsored event is open to the entire tri-state community. Smile on Down Syndrome has been providing a bright hope for tomorrow to the tri-state region for 25 years, providing smiles, support, and programs for individuals with Down syndrome while raising community awareness to create a brighter world that accepts and understands people with Down syndrome. Learn more now at smileondownsyndrome.org. Smile on Down Syndrome is celebrating 25 years of serving smiles to the Tri-States Down Syndrome community. Not only do we offer programming and support services, we sponsor annual events that give people with Down syndrome opportunities to be stars of the show at our World Down Syndrome Day Ice Cream Social and Talent Show, Christmas dinner, and our Smile Mile, which is a day celebrating our Down syndrome community, their families that involve the entire tri-state community, and the highlight of the year when individuals with Down syndrome really shine like a star among smiling supporters. Learn more and find your way to get involved and show your support at smileondownsyndrome.org.
We head to the bottom of the first inning here at Ozinga Park, and Alex Canny set up to make his second start of the season. Canny on the mound, Wilbanks behind the plate. That pitcher-catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Green River Road, or call 812-475-9000. Thank you so much for joining me here on this Friday evening here just south of Chicago. I'm Lucas Macklin. The Otters starting their first of 6 road games against this Windy City Thunderbolts for 3 of them. First pitch, backdoor, finds the zone as he starts off Cam Feltz 0-1. Feltz here at the top of the lineup for Windy City, a guy who gets on base a ton and steals a ton of bases. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one's taken up and away. Count's going to even up at 1-1. The Otters in their blue uniforms, gray pants. Windy City in their dark gray uniforms. That one is popped up, shallow left center field. It's going to be Ellis Schwartz calling it off and bringing it in for out number 1. So with one away, it's up to Michael Sandel. Sandel, arguably the best hitter in this Thunderbolts lineup. Canny, first pitch, misses high for ball 1. Sandel, the former 10th round pick of the Houston Astros back in 21. Second year in the Frontier League, first year with Windy City. Has 14 home runs this season, 12 doubles. 1-0 pitch. That one finds the zone at the letters, even the count up at 1. Got as high as AAA back in 23, played for the Astros affiliate Sugarland Space Cowboys. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one on the ground towards short, but past Crix Taveras over there. And a one-out base hit for Michael Sandel. There's a base runner on. As it'll be James Dunlap to follow Sandel. One of the things we haven't seen a lot from the Otters recently is stealing bases. They now sit second to last in stolen bases on the year. First pitch to Dunlap finds the bottom corner for strike one. But it's the exact opposite for Windy City. They lead the Frontier League with 142 stolen bases. And again, for Evansville, the weird thing is it's not like they weren't stealing bases all year. It was very early. They were one of the top stolen base threats in the team, and then they just changed tactics. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one a broken bat towards the right side. Logan Brown will take it himself. Dunlap wasn't running all that fast, so he will take it himself and brought it in for out number 2. The runner does advance to second base. Got a mission, though. There goes some lumber. You can get your wood at Niehaus Lumber. So with 2 away, now a runner in scoring position will be Daryl Ruiz. The lefty first baseman steps in an early RBI spot. Ruiz, his 37th game of the season for Windy City. First pitch to him. That one misses just high, maybe a bit tight. He will jump out in front of Canny 1-0. Canny looks back at second, checking the runner. Now comes set and delivers the 1-0 pitch. That one misses maybe just a bit outside. Now it's 2-0. Ruiz at the plate just finished up his 2025 season with Cal State San Bernardino. Before joining Windy City, he's hit to a .323 batting average, 5 home runs, 8 doubles. That one misses low. Now it's 3-0. Ruiz in a very hitter-friendly count awaits the 3-0 pitch. Takes that one all the way. That one misses just outside ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk. Let's put a second runner on base. But that go-ahead run still at second base. It's David Mayberry who's DHing today. Mayberry stepping on with 2 on and 2 away. First pitch to him, that one misses. Now the count's 1-0 as 5 straight pitches have missed the zone for Canny. Mayberry, his first year as a Windy City Thunderbolt. Played some time last year for Gateway, as well as the Chicago Dogs in the Atlantic League, as that pitch finds the zone. He's back in the count at 1-1. I meant to say York of the Atlantic League and the Chicago Dogs of the American Association. So far this year, he's hit to a .280 batting average, 10 doubles. Throw back over to second base, nothing doing. Canny trying to keep this game scoreless here in the bottom of the first inning. Comes set, takes a look back at second, now delivers the 1-1 pitch. That one called strike 2. Just found its mark on the inner half. Now the count's 1-2. Chance to get out of the inning here. It's a fly out to start off the game. And then a single from Sandel. Dunlap grounded out, and then Ruiz drew a walk. Now Mayberry at the plate. 1-2 pitch. That one misses outside 2-2. Couldn't get him to chase. Tried to go off speed with the slider. Didn't get him going. Mayberry played a couple of seasons at Valdosta State to end his college career back in 21 and has been in independent ball since. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. So Canny strikes out the batter to strand 2, and we are still knotted up at 0 as we head to the second here on the Otters Digital Network and on 96.9 WYIR.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Join Smile on Down Syndrome for a rockin' extra experience at their 24th annual Smile Mile Walk on Saturday, October 4th from 9 to noon at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. Register to walk or donate by visiting smileondownsyndrome.org and come ready to rock it out for an extra spectacular time. All ages and abilities welcome. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com.
The Otters back up to bat here in the second, knotted up at 0 still. Evansville went 1-2-3 in the first, but they'll have 4, 5, 6 hitting here in the second. Keenan Taylor, Logan Brown, and J.J. Cruz. Scratch that, it's Graham Brown after Logan Brown. Appears I skipped Graham Brown in my write-up. It's Keenan Taylor at the plate, first pitch to him. Finds the zone, and Duncan starts back where he left off in the zone. Jumps out in front, 0-1. Next pitch to him, finds the zone again. A couple of pitches taken by Keenan Taylor. Now he's behind 0-2 as he calls time. Taylor is starting to find some ground back in this one. Entering with a .290 batting average. Here's the 0-2 pitch now as Taylor steps back in. That fastball misses high. So now it's 1-2. Taylor with a couple of hits in each of his last 2 games. Now swings through the 1-2 pitch and goes down swinging for out number 1. So with 1 away, now it's Logan Brown stepping in for the first time tonight. First pitch to him, he takes inside. Had to jump out of the way a little bit. He'll start in front 1-0. Logan Brown at first base tonight. He's played some really good defense there so far this year. Obviously, he's been used mainly as a catcher, but with Will Banks catching, Logan Brown at first. 1-0 pitch. That one's fouled directly back. And the count will even up at 1-1. Brown has been fantastic on the road this season. Talked about his excellent road trip back through Canada and Lake Erie. Tried to go backdoor breaker, but couldn't bend it enough. Count now 2-1 to the Otters' first baseman. 2-1 delivery. That one misses outside. Now it's 3-1 to Logan Brown. Brown hit a 2-run home run back when these two teams first faced off. So he takes a 3-1 pitch in the zone for the count to move full. One of his 2 home runs this season was a very clutch home run. couple of very clutch hits for him in that series. Here's the payoff pitch. That one on the ground towards first. It's going to stay fair and brought in by Ruiz for out number 2. Brown thought it went foul, but it was a very close play. It was given the way of the defense, and there are 2 away for Graham Brown to follow. The Otters trying to find a way to get on base to start threatening Greg Duncan on the mound. Man at the plate, it's been heating up. Hitting a couple of walks in game 1 of the New York series. So he fouls that one off his back foot. Start behind 0-1. Couple of hits, including a double and 2 RBIs in the finale against New York as well. And even the game against, or the middle game of that series where he did go 0 for 4, had one hit that nearly left the ballpark, was just short. Counts now 0-1 to Brown. Duncan winds and delivers. That one on the ground sharply towards short. Snagged by Dunlap. Throw to first is in time for out number 3. And the Otters go down 1-2-3 for the second straight inning. We will head to the bottom half of the second. Still knotted up at 0 here on the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Smile on Down Syndrome is planning a Rockin' Extra Smile Mile celebrating 24 years of walks to support individuals rocking that extra 21st chromosome on Saturday, October 4th at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. This event will rock your socks off with a vendor mall, food trucks, face painting, special guest appearances, a Rockin' Extra talent show, and more. To learn more about how to rock at the walk or how to become an event sponsor or even to make a donation, visit smileondownsyndrome.org or text 812-449-6049 for more information. This sponsored event is open to the entire tri-state community. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org.
We head to the bottom of the second here at Ozinga Field. Alex Canny out there for his second inning of work. A couple of runners did reach, but he stranded both of them. We're still knotted up at 0 here in game 1 of this 3-game series. After this series, Evansville will get Monday off. They'll travel Monday to Mississippi before playing Tuesday through Thursday there. Canny getting the start tonight. Tomorrow, still to be determined who will get the start for Evansville before it'll be Braden Scott on Sunday trying to match what he did back on Tuesday with an 11 strikeout game where he only allowed 4 base runners to reach. Here's the first pitch to Grant Thurman. Fastball finds the mark. And Canny starts 0-1. Canny, who pitches from the stretch, who has plenty of starting experience back with the University of Tampa, delivers the next pitch that misses low and away, 1-1. Big part of that D2 championship winning team was Canny. Comes set, delivers the 1-1 pitch. That one called ball 2, just missed a bit outside. Now it's 2-1. During his 3 years with Tampa, had a 2.68 ERA in 222 innings. Made 48 appearances, 38 of those were starts. 2-1 pitch. That one misses just low, 3-1. Hasn't missed by much in a lot of these pitches, but some great takes so far from Windy City tonight. Now he sets and delivers the 3-1 pitch to the leadoff hitter, Thurman. Swings through that one and count runs full. That pitch at 96 for Canny. least according to the ballpark speedometer. Here's the payoff pitch from Canny. That one misses high and away, ball 4. So it is a leadoff walk for Grant Thurlman. And now it'll be Oscar Serratos. Serratos steps into this game with a .217 batting average, just a tick below 300 OBP, but does have 13 doubles and 5 home runs in 68 games for Windy City this year. First pitch, back up to Canny, off his glove. Cruz will take it in. He'll step on second for one, throw to first, in time for a double play. An unconventional Hoosier Lottery double play, but it works out in Canny's favor, and there's 2 away. The 1-4-3, mark that up. At the end of that, Canny even gave a little raised arms in celebration, and there's 2 away. Huge pick-me-up there. And now with 2 away, it's the former Otter Josh Gibson. Didn't play a ton with Evansville during his time here. First pitch misses high and away, ball 1. But he did make quite the impression, enough that after the series against Windy City traded for him. 1-0 pitch, takes that one just inside 2-0. Gibson, during his time with Evansville, didn't play a ton. Only appeared in 2 games, but in those 4 plate appearances, he walked 3 times. That pitch misses high, now it's 3-0. And here with Windy City, he's appeared in 40 games and he's worked a .327 OBP, 15 walks on the year. Here's the 3-0 pitch. That one called, strike 1 on the outer edge. Back in the count now is Canny at 3-1. Gibson trying to keep this inning alive. Canny trying to end it. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Front door breaker finds the mark, and the count runs full. Way to fight back for Canny in this at-bat. Here's the payoff pitch from Alex Canny into Josh Gibson. Fouls that one off. He stays alive. Went fastball. Didn't dial it up near 96. That one is a 92. Here's the next payoff pitch from Alex Canny. So he takes a deep breath and now delivers. Swung on and missed into the glove for out number 3. Second German-American Bank strikeout for Alex Canny. And he is through 2 scoreless. We're knotted up at zeros. We head to the third here on the Otters Digital Network and a 96.9 WYIR.
Smile on Down Syndrome has been providing a bright hope for tomorrow to the tri-state region for 25 years, providing smiles, support, and programs for individuals with Down syndrome while raising community awareness to create a brighter world that accepts and understands people with Down syndrome. Learn more now at smileondownsyndrome.org. Smile on Down Syndrome is celebrating 25 years of serving smiles to the Tri-States Down Syndrome community. Not only do we offer programming and support services, we sponsor annual events that give people with Down syndrome opportunities to be stars of the show at our World Down Syndrome Day Ice Cream Social and Talent Show, Christmas dinner, and our Smile Mile, which is a day celebrating our Down syndrome community, their families that involve the entire tri-state community, and the highlight of the year when individuals with Down syndrome really shine like a star among smiling supporters. Learn more and find your way to get involved and show your support at smileondownsyndrome.org.
We had the third here in Windy City, still knotted up at 0. Evansville trying to break this one open, still trying to find their way onto the base path for the first time tonight, and it'll be J.J. Cruz to lead us off here in the inning. He was the second part of that double play back in the top or in the bottom half of the second. First pitch to him. Backdoor finds the zone on the outer half, and he's out in front, 0-1 of Cruz. Cruz, the big 3-run shot to exemplify the first 3 innings of that game against New York, as that pitch misses outside, 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one up sharply through the middle for a base hit. And the Otters crack the scoreboard, or I should say the hit column. A leadoff base hit from J.J. Cruz. And now it's Cohen Wilbanks at the plate. An interesting spot here. We've seen him bunt in a spot like this before, and he's not against bunting for a hit. He's done that a couple of times this year, at least. Obviously, that was much earlier in the season before he became the emergency catcher once Logan Brown got activated. Third baseman playing in. First pitch misses way outside for ball 1. Third baseman is Oscar Serratos. Almost didn't change that on here either. Again, Serratos, the late addition to the game. It was initially supposed to be Garrett Broussard. Quick throw over second, nothing doing of J.J. Cruz. Next pitch to Wilbanks, misses outside, 2-0. Again, mentioned it, Duncan can struggle with walks at times. Wilbanks, a guy at the plate who loves taking walks, so see what he does here with the 2-0 count. Next pitch, that one misses high and away, 3-0. Still hasn't found the zone in this at-bat. Duncan takes a look over at first base, comes set, now delivers a 3-0 pitch, taking all the way, called ball 4. On a Deerhead side, walk, cafe, and bar put runners at first and second with no one out in this inning. And next is going to be Crix Taveras. Another very likely candidate to bunt here. Taveras mentioned how great of a series he's coming off of. 5 hits. He reached 7 of 11 times, had 3 doubles back in game 1 of that series. He squares on a bunt early. First pitch to him. Pulls it back as that one misses outside. Throw back down to second, but Cruz able to get back in time with no real worry. And Taveras is out in front 1-0. Now it's Duncan who's struggling to find the zone. Duncan looks in, comes set. Taveras squares around. He delivers that one right towards the first baseman. Past his glove, though. There's no one there, and Taveras is going to be safe. Everybody's safe as the ball got under the first baseman Ruiz's glove. That's a way to reach. And now the bases are loaded with nobody out. And now we have a meeting on the mound as they'll talk about the upcoming situation. So now the catcher Beetle is going to head back behind the plate as Ellis Schwartz is going to step up in a huge spot. Bases loaded, nobody out. Schwartz has had some clutch hits this year. Had a really big one, a couple of clutch hits in Ottawa. You think about all the way back in Joliet, he had a couple of really big hits, a triple and a home run in that game. And now he's got the bases loaded, no one out here in the top of the third. First pitch to him, misses high, ball 1. Duncan still struggling to find the zone consistently. Schwartz has, since becoming the full starter, has pushed his average up to 268. So OBP up to 344. Checked to swing. Didn't mean to go, but he did. Now it counts 1-1. Evansville trying to crack the scoreboard first, and they have a huge chance to do it. And again, bases loaded, nobody out. You almost have to imagine you need to score at least one run here, if not more. Backdoor breaker. Just didn't break enough. And Schwartz is out in front, 2-1. Again, Ellis Schwartz, one of the guys that when you thought about the moves from Paven Parks and David Mendham, freeing up a spot every day for a guy like this who has excelled when he's been called upon. 2-1 pitch. That one does find the zone on the outer edge. And now the count's 2-2. Calls time. Schwartz played his last 2 seasons with George Washington of the Atlantic 10 Conference. His final season this year in 25. Had a 346 batting average, had 9 home runs, a 454 OBP, a 582 slugging. 2-2 pitch. That one misses outside. Count runs full. Nowhere to put him. Counts full to Schwartz. Duncan comes set. He delivers the payoff pitch. Misses outside. Ball 4. That's going to score a run. A Deerhead Sidewalk Cafe and Bar of the RBI variety. And the Otters jump in front 1-0. And now there's going to be a meeting on the mound. Toby Hall is going to go out there and talk to his pitcher. It's been a struggle in this inning. Gave up a single to J.J. Cruz. That was shot right back up the middle. A 4-pitch walk to Cohen Wilbanks. And then Tavares, who's just trying to sack bunt, puts it down perfectly past the first baseman to get a single. Bases were loaded. Now he walks Ellis Schwartz. Again, Duncan's been one of the best pitchers for this Windy City squad. You've got to start to think about how long you're going to let him go here. Top of the 3rd inning. Evansville now leads 2-1 after the walk to Schwartz. And now it's JT Benson. Again, Benson did hit a home run against him. First time he faced him. First pitch, front door breaker. Just didn't break enough, though. That's a 1-0 count. Both pitchers have been pitching very close to the zone for most of it. The 1-0 pitch to Benson. Swings that one, fouls it up and overhead. An overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best. Never regret it. Counts 1-1 now to Benson. Benson is always out in right field. And we saw, especially in the New York series, when he's out there in right field, plays an excellent defense. And that one, high fly ball, shallow right field. In on it is Felt, still coming in, brings it in. Wilbanks is going to come home. Throw's going to come home, and it's going to be a high throw. Not nearly in time to get Wilbanks. Great play by the catcher Beadle to keep it in front of him, though. Keep the runners at first and second. The Otters add another run on the JT Benson sac fly. And there's one away with runners at first and second. Got good enough contact to score Wilbanks. Good aggressive base running. Again, that ball almost got past Beadle, too. Strong throw, but a little bit too strong from Phelps out and right. Now there's one away. L.J. Jones, couple of runners on for him. Couple already in. First pitch swinging. Comes up empty. He's behind 0-1. Jones, his first time up. Got some pretty good wood on the ball. Sent it out to the warning track out in the left, but fortunately the ballpark held it. Ton of pop in that bat for L.J. Jones. And check over at second base. No one there, no one covering. So Tavares able to easily get back. Count still 0-1 to L.J. Jones. Jones, who's DHing tonight. Duncan sets, delivers the 0-1. That one misses low and away. It's 1-1 now. Interesting choice for the video board, when they put up a picture of the Otters player, there's a little name tag next to him with Evan the Otter in the background. How about that? 1-1. That one does find the zone. And now LJ behind 1 and 2 is going to have to battle from behind here. The Otters have put up 2 runs, giving Canny a 2-run lead, but you'd like to add some more here. Had the bases loaded with no one out. With already a run in. Sac fly from JT Benson scored the second run. Take advantage of some missed pitches here if you can. And that one hit well deep into left, still hooking. That one's going to get down, but just foul. Another good swing there from L.J. Jones, but just couldn't keep it fair out in the Windy City bullpen area. Count still 1-2 to Jones. 6 home runs, 41 RBIs. You know, top to bottom in this lineup, honestly, if you're guessing who hits the most of baseballs over 100 miles per hour, I think it's a pretty easy guess. It might be, not only will it probably be L.J. Jones, but it might just be not even close with how many he hits over 100 miles per hour. Here's the next 1-2 delivery. Takes that one. Call. Strike 3 on the outer edge. Third strikeout of the game for Greg Duncan. There's 2 away now. Another big RBI spot for Keenan Taylor. Up to the 4-hole tonight. Batted in the 4-hole last night. Still there tonight. Getting a couple of hits from there last night. And a big spot here to potentially get another hit. First pitch to him. First pitch swinging. High pop-up. Foul territory. Beetle's going to go back on it. He's going to be able to get under it and bring it in for out number 3. But the Otters do get 2 across, send 7 to the plate, but leave a couple of runners out on the base pass. They take a 2-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the second here on the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Join Smile on Down Syndrome for a rockin' extra experience at their 24th annual Smile Mile Walk on Saturday, October 4th from 9 to noon at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. Register to walk or donate by visiting smileondownsyndrome.org and come ready to rock it out for an extra spectacular time. All ages and abilities welcome.
We head to the bottom of the third inning. Alex Kenny out there now with a 2-run lead after Evansville took advantage of some mistakes there from Greg Duncan, a single from J.J. Cruz, a walk from Wilbanks, a bunt single for Tavares that was setting up to be a sac bunt, followed by a walk from Ellis Schwartz. But Duncan was able to get 3 outs, allowed a run to come in after that. It's an inning where you look back and you wish you kind of scored some more, but if you can at least step up and keep adding runs to it, may not hurt as much, but Canny's going to be out there facing the 9-hole hitter and Zach Beadle, followed by the top of the lineup once again. Again, Canny has looked good through 2. He's dealt with some traffic, but he's looked good doing it. And now the first pitch to Zach Beadle misses just low. He'll start from behind 1-0. Beadle, the catcher tonight, batting from the 9-hole, awaits the 1-0 pitch. That one fouled back. It's going to even the count up at 1-1. One pitch, blew it by him. Couldn't catch up to it. And now it's 1-2 to the Thunderbolts catcher. Beadle in his 48th game for Windy City this season. Set to a .224 batting average. Canny sets, delivers the 1-2 pitch. Fastball misses high. Count 2-2. Try to get him to go even further up the ladder, but Beadle was not fooled. Now here's the 2-2 pitch to Beadle. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Canny's third German-American Bank strikeout of the game. He gets the first out of the inning here in the third. Talk about it a lot. The response is what matters. After a long inning from your team, if you can go out there and work a quick 1-2-3 innings, set your bats or get your bats back out there as quickly as possible, set you up for a lot of success. Canny trying to do that here. With one away, back to the top of the lineup, Cam Feltz, who popped up into shallow left field his first time up. First pitch to him, finds the zone. He jumps out in front 0-1. Feltz, the switch hitting right fielder, showed off his cannon of an arm as that one finds his zone as well. And now Feltz behind 0-2 very quickly. I was mentioning, he showed off a cannon of his arm on that sac fly from J.T. Benson, launched it into home. It's a bit high and wide, though. Now here's the 0-2 pitch. Just missed outside. Wilbanks tried to get the squeeze on it, but counts 1-2. Feltz did not play in the first series against Evansville as he fouls that one off to stay alive. Was injured during the first series, so this is the first time Evansville's seen him this year. Again, mentioned he gets on base at a .392 clip. Stolen 33 bags, far and away the most for this Thunderbolts squad. Canny with 1 second on the pitch clock delivers as Feltz just barely fouls that one off to stay alive. Count still 1-2. That one was fouled directly into the upper deck of the foul territory here at the Thunderbolts ballpark. Here's the next 1-2. And he foul tipped it just out of the glove of Cohen Wilbanks. He stays alive. Just behind home plate, a big WC for Windy City, and to either side of the batter's circle, the number 45 for the late manager of the team last year, Bobby Jenks, former MLB All-Star as well. The 1-2 pitch, that one's foul tipped into the glove for strike 3. Back-to-back German-American Bank strikeouts for Alex Canny, and there's 2 away. So with 2 away, it's Michael Sandel trying to keep this inning alive. Check swing, that one into foul territory, and it'll just be strike 1. Obviously, Bobby Jenks, big part of that Chicago White Sox World Series, this Windy City team. Kind of the White Sox of the Frontier League. Schaumburg more of the Cubs, just an area, not in like team anyway, but the South Side team here in the Frontier League. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Sandel. Another check swing, another foul tip behind him. Now it counts 0-2. Sandel, the team leader in home runs at 14. Awaits the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Got him to climb the ladder. And Alex Canny strikes out the side. That's now 5 German-American Bank strikeouts for Alex Canny, and he is through 3 scoreless. We head to the 4th. Otters lead 2-0 here on the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WIR.
Smile on Down Syndrome is planning a Rockin' Extra Smile Mile celebrating 24 years of walks to support individuals rocking that extra 21st chromosome on Saturday, October 4th at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. This event will rock your socks off with a vendor mall, food trucks, face painting, special guest appearances, a Rockin' Extra talent show, and more. To learn more about how to rock at the walk or how to become an event sponsor or even to make a donation, visit smileondownsyndrome.org or text 812-449-6049 for more information. This sponsored event is open to the entire tri-state community. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org.
Otters back up to bat here in the fourth inning. Alex Canny, after looking excellent in that third, gives the bats back to the Otters as quickly as he could. Talked about that in the top or in the bottom half of the third. If he could work a quick third inning, get Evansville back up quickly and try to add some more runs against the starter, Greg Duncan, that would be huge, and that's exactly what he did. And now it's Logan Brown to face him first. Brown grounded out to first his first time up. Try to get the inning started the way J.J. Cruz did last inning with a single up the middle. First pitch. That one's lined well into right. Felt's in on it, but it's going to drop in front of him. Ambushes a first pitch, and he reaches on a single to get the inning started. Well struck off the bat. Following Logan Brown, now it's Graham Brown. Brown grounded out his first time up. It was sharply hit, but right to the shortstop Dunlap. Mentioned that Brown's really starting to find his groove here in August as that first pitch misses inside for ball one. I think the big thing is he's been a lot more patient at the plate, and it's worked out in his favor. Duncan sets, delivers the 1-0 pitch. That one, soft looper into shallow center. It's going to drop in between all the defenders. And another single for Evansville. Sando had to hop to get it off the bounce. But back-to-back singles, and there are runners at first and second with no one out for the second straight inning. That one wasn't particularly well hit either, just found some open green grass. And again, when you're hot, you're hot. You just find places to find some open grass. And now it's J.J. Cruz. He got the first hit of the game for Evansville. There's now 4 for the Otters in this game, 2 in this inning already. First pitch to him. And they're going to throw it down to second. Dunlap wasn't exactly ready for it as the first pitch missed low for ball one. Logan Brown over at second base did get a big jump. Third baseman Serratos is playing the potential bunt. Cruz didn't square around a bunt that time. Here's the 1-0. Takes that one outside. It's 2-0. So after back-to-back singles, Duncan starts behind J.J. Cruz 2-0. Very, very hitter-friendly count for a guy like J.J. Cruz with plenty of pop in that bat. 2-0 pitch swinging, high pop up into foul territory. That one's going to get up and overhead for an overhead foul ball. Brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it. Now with the 2-1 count, Otters trying to extend on that 2-0 lead here in the fourth. Next pitch, that one lined well into right field. Felt's over towards it, but he's able to get under it and bring it in for out number 1. Logan Brown was trying to play the hit, but instead it stayed up just long enough for an out. That's an unfortunate out there for Evansville, but there's one away for Cohen Wilbanks. That was very well hit off the bat. Swifty night here at the ballpark. Tons of Taylor Swift walk-up songs. some of which I know, some of which I don't. Here's the first pitch to Wilbanks. Logan Brown takes off, pitches the ball. Throw down is not in time, and he's safe. He steals third. Logan Brown read it perfectly. Pitch was called a strike. Graham Brown did not steal second. So runners at the corners with one away for Cohen Wilbanks. The 0-1 pitch, that one does miss. Count's going to even up at 1-1. Beetle will get a new baseball as Duncan tries to work around another jam here. Wilbanks walked his first time up, eventually came around to score on the J.T. Benson sac fly. Duncan sets, delivers. That pitch misses outside, 2-1. Graham Brown got a big jump over at first base, but didn't steal. Again, this is a spot where if you want to try to steal a run, maybe you steal Graham Brown, Logan over at third base, but ready to run. Interesting to see how they play it with a 2-1 count to Wilbanks. That was Logan Brown's first steal of the season, by the way. That chop towards first, brought in by Ruiz. Throw to second in time for one. Throw back to first is not in time. Wilbanks beats it out and a run scores. Good hustle from Cohen Wilbanks. And another run scores for Evansville. They now lead 3-0. And so with two away, runner at first base, it's Crix Tavares. First pitch to him. That one is soft looper into left field. That one's going to drop for a base hit. Wilbanks will round second. He's going to try to take third. Throw is going to come in. It's not going to be time extended to get away, but it hits the umpire. And now Wilbanks is going to try to take home as it ricocheted off of him, and Wilbanks is going to score. Bad luck for Windy City, although the throw was wild coming in. And honestly, I think maybe Duncan was backing it up, but either way, it is aggressive base running working out in the favor of Evansville, and they take a 4-0 lead. The Otters keep adding on, and now we're back to the top of the lineup. The Edward Jones leadoff batter of the game, Ellis Schwartz. He'll step in with a runner at second base, two away. Otters now lead 4-0. They do give a throwing error on the left fielder there. First pitch squares on a bunt, pulls it back, but it is in the zone. And Schwartz will start behind 0-1. Now the 0-1 pitch to Schwartz. Swings through that backdoor breaker. And now he's behind 0-2. And now time called by Ellis Schwartz as he tries to reset himself here. Schwartz back in, the 0-2 pitch, that one in the dirt, gets away. Crick's going to try to take third. Throw down is going to be in time, but the ball bounces and Crick gets in. Does a good job at advancing there, does Crix Tavares. Now there's a runner at third with 2 outs still for Ellis Schwartz. Count now 1-2. The Otters already lead 4-0. Fifth run there, 90 feet away. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Takes that one inside. Good take from Schwartz. Now it's 2-2. Schwartz struck out his first time looking. Second time walked to score a run. A walk RBI with the bases loaded. Two-two pitch. That one lined to left. That one's going to hook foul and get out of play, and the count will stay 2-2. Now here's the next 2-2 pitch to Schwartz. That one on the ground towards second. Gibson will take it in, throw to first in time for out number 3, but the Otters add 2 more runs. They now lead 4-0 as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning here on the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Smile on Down Syndrome has been providing a bright hope for tomorrow to the tri-state region for 25 years, providing smiles, support, and programs for individuals with Down syndrome while raising community awareness to create a brighter world that accepts and understands people with Down syndrome. Learn more now at smileondownsyndrome.org. Smile on Down Syndrome is celebrating 25 years of serving smiles to the Tri-States Down Syndrome community. Not only do we offer programming and support services, we sponsor annual events that give people with Down syndrome opportunities to be stars of the show at our World Down Syndrome Day Ice Cream Social and Talent Show, Christmas dinner, and our Smile Mile, which is a day celebrating our Down syndrome community, their families that involve the entire tri-state community, and the highlight of the year when individuals with Down syndrome really shine like a star among smiling supporters. Learn more and find your way to get involved and show your support at smileondownsyndrome.org. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800.
To the bottom of the 4th we go. The Otters now lead 4-0. Couple of runs in the 3rd, couple of runs in the 4th. And Alex Candy's going to be back out there for another inning of work as now the umpires getting in a huddle around with the trainer from Windy City and the manager, Toby Hall, getting to talk there, just making sure everything's all right. Seems like everything is fine. Temperature now around 84 degrees. It was a bit hotter earlier, but sun's starting to wane here at the ballpark. Starting to cool off a little bit, get some wind as well. I mean, they do call it Windy City after all. It'll be James Dunlap stepping in. Canny struck out the side in the last inning. Now faces James Dunlap, Dale Ruiz, and David Mayberry in this inning. First pitch to Dunlap. That one just misses a bit outside. He'll start behind 1-0. Evansville does have 5 hits, but they've really taken advantage of some mistakes, some walks given up. And they walked in a run to get the lead. 1-0 pitch, foul tipped into the glove, now 1-1. Sac fly that scored with the run off the bat of JT Benson. It was Cohen Olbeck's hustling out the double play to get the 3rd run. And then a Crix Tavares single where Wilbanks was hustling towards 3rd, forced the throwing error, and scored the 4th run. That pitch swung on and missed at. Now the count's 1-2 as Canny has really found a groove here in his 2nd start. Time called by Dunlap as he tries to reset himself here. He'll step back in. And Canny steps off and resets himself now. Or maybe he didn't. I thought he had stepped on and stepped off, but said he didn't. It's going to be a pitch clock violation. Counts 2-2. I think he was trying to call time. I'm not sure. Maybe I was wrong. I thought he was trying to call time, but counts 2-2 now. Candy comes set, delivers. That pitch misses high, count runs full. That pitch clock was also winding down very quickly. He got it off barely in time. And now the count's full to Dunlap. Dunlap had 4 hits over the series against Washington. At least one hit in each game. Payoff pitch, that one lined to center. In on it is Schwartz. It's going to drop in front of him. And a leadoff single for Windy City. So they'll try to get some of these runs back here in the 4th. Schwartz just made the decision to not risk anything there and at the very least keep the runner at first base. Would have been a tough play to make to catch it. So now it's Darrell Ruiz. Steps in with a runner on, no one out. He walked his first time up. First pitch, that one misses low for ball 1. Breaks the 4 strikeout streak that Canny had going. Thinking about that incredible streak that Braden Scott had during his outing on Tuesday. Here's the 1-0. That one a soft looper into center. Brown's going to go in, now a little bit out, and bring it in for out number 1. Stayed up in the air for too long, and there's one away. So now it's David Mayberry. Steps in with 1 out, 1 away, and a runner at first base. Struck out his first time up. First pitch to him. That one a high pop-up into foul territory. Logan Brown trying to go out on it. Still going, but that one's going to get out of play. He'll start. Mayberry will start behind 0-1. Dunlap over at first base. Did get a big jump, but decided against going for the steal. Dunlap with 11 stolen bases in 18 attempts. Canny steps back onto the rubber. Count 0-1 to Mayberry. Takes a look over at second base. Now comes set. And delivers the 0-1 pitch. That one misses outside 1-1. Quick look around the Frontier League while you have some time. New York and Schaumburg still knotted up at 0 in the top of the 5th. And big jump, but no taking off as that pitch misses up and in 2-1. Dunlap again gets another big jump, but decided against going. Washington ahead of Gateway 6-1 in the bottom of the 5th. Big matchup between Quebec and Ottawa. Ottawa at home, but they're down 2-0 in the bottom of the 5th. 2-1 pitch. Misses high 3-1. Canny has to work from behind here. First time he's really done this since first batter of the second inning. Canny sets, takes a deep breath, now delivers. Runner initially takes off but stops. That one foul tipped off the mask of Wilbanks. Count runs full. Dunlap over at first base. He is consistently trying to get the jump, and sometimes he starts to go and then stops. Sometimes he initially goes and then it doesn't, just like makes a slight movement but goes a little bit too early so he doesn't go at all. It's interesting what's going on over there. Count's full now. See now with the count full, if he takes off, he's setting up to run. Payoff pitch, runner takes off. That one taken high, ball 4. So he gets to second base either way, as that one is a 1-out walk. Now runners at first and second with 1 away. Now it's Grant Thurlman with a couple of runners on. Longest outing for Alex Canny is only 3 2/3 innings, where he went 72 pitches. But again, only his second start, third appearance of the season for Evansville. Made 15 appearances for Ole Miss earlier this season. First pitch to Thurman. Taken in there for strike 1. Jumps out in front of him. Canny looks at second, now delivers the 0-1 pitch. That one misses just low. And the count will even up at 1-1. And Washington adding to the lead, now up 7-1. Florence ahead of Lake Erie 3-0. Florence has been playing some really good baseball as of late. That one swung through and missed. And now Canny ahead 1-2 of Thurman. Canny sets, delivers the 1-2 pitch. That one on a line towards left. One's hooking, but it's going to get into foul territory, and it will be another 1-2 pitch ahead. Thurman entering this game with a 197 batting average. It's his first game since. What's that? It was got a night off in his last game against Washington. Had a couple of starts, didn't get a hit in either of them. So the 1-2, that one misses low as he holds up. Now it's 2-2. Last hit came on August 2nd against Gateway. Had a couple of two-hit games against Gateway. Canny sets, looks back at second. Now delivers the 2-2 pitch. Swung on a miss for strike 3. Thurman goes down swinging, and there's 2 away. That's the 6th German-American bank strikeout for Alex Canny. Trying to strand 2 runners for the 2nd inning in this game. And he will face Oscar Serratos here in the inning. First pitch to him. That one finds the zone, and he's out in front of Serratos 0-1. Serratos looking for his first hit since July 30th, entering with a .217 batting average. That one just misses a bit low. The count will even up at 1-1. Serratos in his first year as a Thunderbolt, second year in independent baseball. The 1-1, that one fouled back. Up and overhead. Overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it. Counts now 1-2. Serratos played a couple of seasons at Georgia Tech. Eventually transferred, played a season at Young Harris, and played 2 seasons with the Biola Eagles. Canny sets, delivers the 1-2. That fastball lost it. Missed it high and away. It's 2-2. Serratos calls time. During Serratos' 2024 season, he played 59 games for the Great Falls Voyagers of the Pioneer League. Hit to a .325 batting average there. 2-2 pitch. That one lifted high into foul territory. That one's going to get out of play as well. Count still 2-2. Hasn't had the same success here with Windy City, although he's been a consistent starter for this squad. Does have 13 doubles, 5 home runs, has stolen 24 bags. So he makes differences in other ways. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Back-to-back German-American bank strikeouts to strand 2. His 7th strikeout of the game. And the Otters are through 4 with a 4-0 lead. We head to the 5th here on the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WIIR.
Join Smile on Down Syndrome for a rockin' extra experience at their 24th annual Smile Mile Walk on Saturday, October 4th from 9 to noon at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. Register to walk or donate by visiting smileondownsyndrome.org and come ready to rock it out for an extra spectacular time. All ages and abilities welcome. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND CASA.com. Smile on Down Syndrome is planning a Rockin' Extra Smile Mile celebrating 24 years of walks to support individuals rocking that extra 21st chromosome on Saturday, October 4th at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. This event will rock your socks off with a vendor mall, food trucks, face painting, special guest appearances, a Rockin' Extra talent show, and more. To learn more about how to rock at the walk or how to become an event sponsor or even to make a donation, visit smileondownsyndrome.org or text 812-449-6049 for more information. This sponsored event is open to the entire tri-state community.
We head to the Buffalo Wild Wings fifth inning. Bottomless apps are now here. Visit either Evansville location, 245 North Green River Road. I bungled that up. 5405 Pearl Drive and 715 North Green River Road. First pitch to JT Bince as he fouls that one off up and overhead. For an overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it. Started thinking about the Answer Auto Repair East read, and I mixed up the two locations. The 0-1 pitch out in front of that one as he fouls it up. Another one overhead. And now it counts 0-2. So now Benson trying to fight from behind. Evansville already does lead 4-0, but you would love to add some more runs here just to add some cushion. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on a miss for strike three. Pulled the string on him. And a quick out number one for Greg Duncan here in the fifth. So with one away, it's L.J. Jones now. Trying to find his first hit of the ball game. First pitch to him. His fastball finds the zone. Duncan working quickly. He's out in front 0-1 of L.J. Jones here. The 0-1 pitch. That one's chopped foul as he went off speed. Now it's 0-2 to another batter. Both pitchers are through 4 innings. Well, Duncan now through 4 1/3. Canny threw 4, 2 hits, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts. He stranded 4 runners. That one's chopped foul again. Jones staying alive. Evansville been able to get to Duncan here in this outing. 5 hits, 4 earned runs, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. As here comes the 0-2 pitch. On the ground towards third. Serrato's able to glove it. Throw to first is going to be in time, and there's 2 away. So 2 outs. It's up to Keenan Taylor. 2-3-4 the lineup. Struggling to find some offense. JT Benson does have a sac fly, but currently 0 for 7 on the night. First pitch finds a zone. He's out in front 0-1. Taylor, alongside that, is 0 for 2. That pitch misses outside. It's 1-1. Came up with runners at first and second and 2 away. His last time up, he popped out into foul territory. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung through that one. Came up empty. Hefty swing on that one. And now he's behind 1-2. Mentioned before that he's kind of hit this rookie wall that a lot of these rookies hit during their first year. But coming in off a couple of 2-hit games against New York is Keenan Taylor. Now here's the 1-2 pitch. Checked his swing, called strike 3. And he goes down looking. So Duncan works a 1-2-3 fifth, trying to get his bats back out there quickly in the bottom half. You're listening to the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Smile on Down Syndrome has been providing a bright hope for tomorrow to the tri-state region for 25 years, providing smiles, support, and programs for individuals with Down syndrome while raising community awareness to create a brighter world that accepts and understands people with Down syndrome. Learn more now at smileondownsyndrome.org. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800.
We head to the bottom of the Buffalo Wild Wings 5th inning. Bottomless laps are now here. Visit either Evansville location, 5405 Pearl Drive and 715 North Greenwood Road for details. Josh Gibson going to lead it off here for Windy City in the bottom of the 5th. Alex Canny out there for another inning of work. Already has 7 strikeouts in the game. He's shut out Windy City so far through 4. That pitch misses outside, ball 1. It'll be 1-0. Canny comes sets, working from behind, the 1-0 pitch. That one misses low and away. Now it's 2-0 to the former Otter Josh Gibson. So far in the game, he is only second at bat, struck out swinging his first time up. Counts now 2-0. Here's the pitch. That one misses. Now it's 3-0. Canny have to work from behind 3-0. Last time he was facing Gibson, he started 3-0, but fought back in the at-bat. Takes a deep breath, now delivers the 3-0 pitch. High and in, ball 4. Did a little limbo work there. And a leadoff base runner for the second straight inning against Canny. Quick conversation between Cohen Wilbanks and Canny after that 4-pitch walk to Gibson. Again, the second straight inning that Windy City has reached to start the game, or to start the inning. Quick check over at first, nothing doing of Gibson over there. Evansville trying to keep this 4-run lead here in the 5th. Windy City's had some chances, but Canny's been able to keep them off so far. First pitch to Beetle. That one misses. Start from behind 1-0. His 5 straight pitches to start this inning has missed. Some loosening going on in the Otters bullpen, but no one warming up quite yet. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one does find the zone, finally back in it, and the count's 1-1. Beetle struck out his first time up as well. Gibson lurking over there at second base. Takes off towards second. Pitch is missed inside. Wilbanks couldn't get a good grip. I think maybe it was a foul tip. I think I called it a foul tip. It was a check swing. I think it foul tipped off the bat. So now the count's 1-2. Runner still at first base. Here's the pitch. That one misses high, and it's 2-2. Gibson over at first base is 15 stolen bases and 15 attempts. Another throw over there at first. Had to dive back in there, but he's in there safely. Before July 26th, that pitch inside ball 3. Count runs full for the Thunderbolts. They had won one game all year when they scored less than 4 runs. In the last 11 games, they've done it 6 times. That has just been the difference in their pitching. But Evansville already with 4 runs. They have to score more than that here. Candy comes set. Gibson doing a little dance over there. Payoff pitch. Called strike 3. Got him looking. Strikeout number 8 for Alex Canny on the game. Big out number 1 here in the 5th. Some action now going on in the Otters bullpen. Gunnar Dennis is out there warming up. One away back to the top of the lineup. 3rd time through the lineup, and Cam Feltz. And this has been the most dangerous part of the lineup all season for Windy City. Canny sets, delivers, first pitch. In there for a strike. Gibson again took another big jump, but didn't end up going, and the count's 0-1. Feltz currently 3rd on the team in batting average of .294. Here's the 0-1. Doesn't take it that one, as that one misses just outside. Evens the count up at 1-1. This Windy City team doesn't hit a ton of home runs, only 56 of them on the year. 1-1 pitch, that one thrown over to second, or over to first, I should say, nothing doing. They just released their 2nd highest home run hitter in Dakota Katowski, who had 13 on the season. Here's the 1-1. Gibson takes off, pitches a swinging strike. Thrown in a second is going to be offline. Cruz able there to slide and stop it. So good job from Cruz to keep from going into center field. So a 16th stolen base for Gibson on the season. He's 16 for 16. But the count is 1-2 to Feltz. Those 56 home runs, the 6th fewest in the Frontier League this season. 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed for strike 3. German American Bank strikeout number 9 for Canny on the night, and there's 2 away. He's got his strikeout stuff working tonight. And with 2 away, it's Michael Sandel. Already 86 pitches on the night as well for Canny. So already well above his season highs. The first pitch front door breaker just missed a bit low. He'll start behind 1-0. Canny comes set, takes a look back at second base. And now delivers the 1-0 pitch. That one in there for strike 1. Counts even up at 1-1. Home plate umpire Dario Rivera, a little bit slow on the call. Sandel had moved out of the way, but that one was a beautiful top corner strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Sandel. Misses outside 2-1. Mentioned this team doesn't hit a ton of home runs. Sandel has 14 of them on the season. Accounting for, again, 14 of 56 this year is Sandel. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Inside it hit Sandel on the shoulder. So now runners at first and second. 3rd time tonight that they've put runners at first and second with 2 away. So now Will Banks is going to go out there, as well as Crix Tavares to go out there and have a small, short chat. Dunlap stepping up to the plate. He has one of the 2 hits. The other one was Michael Sandel. Singled his last time up, also grounded out to first his first time. Windy City trying to find their way into this game. They've only had 2 hits. They've Reached now 5 times on a free pass, 4 via the walk, 1 on a hit by pitch. And now Dunlap steps up, 2 on, 2 away. And Canny looks in and sets. Checks back at second, now delivers the first pitch. Swings through that one, off stride. And Dunlap behind 0-1. And Canny has had to work through some walk issues, but he's only given up 2 hits. And he's done a great job at locking down when it's mattered. Here's the 0-1. Foul tipped into the glove. It's 0-2. Last inning had the runners at first and second with only 1 away. Struck out back-to-back batters. Runners at first and second back in the first inning. Struck out the batter to end that inning. Now's a chance to finish off this inning in the right way. He's got Dunlap at 0-2. Throw back over to second. Gibson was getting a big lead, but he's able to get back in time. So count's still 0-2. Dunlap steps back in. Canny sets, looks back at second. Now delivers the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. 10 German-American Bank strikeouts for Alex Canny, and he's through 5 scoreless. Led to the 6th, still with the Otters up by 4 here on the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Join Smile on Down Syndrome for a rockin' extra experience at their 24th annual Smile Mile Walk on Saturday, October 4th from 9 to noon at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. Register to walk or donate by visiting smileondownsyndrome.org and come ready to rock it out for an extra spectacular time. All ages and abilities welcome. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com.
We now head to the 6th inning here at Ozinga Field. Evansville leading 4-0. They scored 2 runs in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th. Greg Duncan, who outside of that has looked really good, just worked a 1-2-3 inning in the 5th, is out there for his 6th inning of work. Looks to try to keep this deficit where it's at, and Logan Brown can be the first one to meet him here in this inning. He led off the 4th inning with a single, stole a base, and came around to score in the Cohen Wilbanks fielder's choice, where he beat out the double play. Alex Canny has worked an excellent 5 innings. And now Logan Brown will be the first one to meet Duncan as he first pitch swinging fouls it off. He'll start behind 0-1. The first pitch, off-speed pitch that he took into right field to start the 4th inning. That pitch called strike 2 on the outer edge. And now he's behind 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch. That one hit well and deep into right center field. Back on it is Sandel. He's going to be able to get under it and bring it in for out number 1. Well hit, but just a bit under it. With 1 away, it's up to Graham Brown. Brown with 1 away. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Was eventually eliminated on the fielder's choice his last time. First pitch to him. Finds the zone. Just hit the outer edge for strike 1. Duncan really starting to find his stuff here. He set down 5 straight Otters. Checked his swing. Misses low and away. Count evens up at 1-1. And you can see when Duncan's working quickly, you know he's in the groove. He's not wasting any time. Here's the 1-1. Steps out. I don't even think Graham Brown was ready. The pitch misses inside. It's 2-1. You'll take it. Graham Brown trying to talk with the home plate umpire, making sure that his eyes are forward. Because, again, Brown's got time to waste. Duncan wants to work quickly. 2-1, swings through that off speed. Now the count's 2-2. Brown in center field tonight. He's been excellent there. He's played some excellent infield as well. He's one of the many Otters that have played both outfield and infield this season. And here's the 2-2. Swung on a miss for strike three. Bulk does get away. It's going to force Fielder to go over towards it. Throw to first is going to be just in time. Bang, bang play over there at first, but it is in time, and there's 2 away. So now it's J.J. Cruz with 2 away, trying to extend the 6th inning. Gunnar Dennis is again warming up out there. We'll see if they want to go back with Canny for another inning of work, or if they play it safe and go to the bullpen. Again, the Otters bullpen pretty well rested. They've had 3 long outings from their starters already this week, as the first pitch to Cruz misses outside for ball 1. It was 7 innings from Braden Scott, 7 innings from Parker Brahms, and 6th and a third from Yohan Gonzalez. 1-0, that misses outside. It's 2-0. We saw Gonzalez get pushed a little bit too far, although he was already up and over 100 pitches when he went back out there for his 7th inning of work. And he got into some trouble, so we'll see if they want to be more conservative tonight. 2-0, that misses outside. It's 3-0. Duncan just hit it through his 90th pitch of the night. Here's the 3-0. Inside, ball 4, and a 4-pitch walk for J.J. Cruz, a Deerhead side walk cafe and bar. And now there's a runner at first with 2 away. So with 2 outs, it's Cohen Wilbanks. He's reached both times tonight, first on a walk. Second time he reached on a fielder's choice. But it was very good effort. Earned an RBI in that at bat. And his hustle around the bases forced a throwing error that scored him as well. First pitch misses outside, ball 1. It was the Crix Tavares single where he decided to be aggressive and take third. The throw in was wide, ricocheted off an umpire, and Wilbanks scored. That was the 4th run of the night. 1-0, pulled the string on him. He's out in front of it. And now it's 1-1. J.J. Cruz leading off first base. Otters trying to add to their 4-0 lead. Here's the 1-1. Checked his swing. Didn't mean to go, but he did. And now he's behind 1-2. Back-to-back off-speed pitches that have gotten Wilbanks out in front. And now we'll see how he fights from behind 1-2 here. Again, Wilbanks has been known to take fantastic at-bats at the plate. He's earned a ton of walks. Here's the 1-2. Cruz takes off. That's chopped towards first. It'll be bounced off Ruiz. Wilbanks charging, but the pitcher there in time, and he is out there at first for out number 3. A little bit of an adventure, but Duncan able to get out of the 6th inning unharmed. He heads to the bottom of the 6th. Otters still lead by 4 here on the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WIIR.
Smile on Down Syndrome is planning a Rockin' Extra Smile Mile celebrating 24 years of walks to support individuals rocking that extra 21st chromosome on Saturday, October 4th at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. This event will rock your socks off with a vendor mall, food trucks, face painting, special guest appearances, a Rockin' Extra talent show, and more. To learn more about how to rock at the walk or how to become an event sponsor or even to make a donation, visit smileondownsyndrome.org or text 812-449-6049 for more information. This sponsored event is open to the entire tri-state community. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org.
Otters call to the bullpen is Gunnar Dennis. Dennis on the mound behind the plate, Cohen Wilbanks. That pitcher-catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Green River Road, or call 812-475-9000. So that will end the night for Alex Canny, but what a night for him. 5 innings, 10 strikeouts. Walked 4, gave up a couple of hits, had to work through some traffic, but man, he did it well. And he will give his bullpen a 4-run lead as he worked 4 scoreless innings. And for Dennis, it's going to be the lefty Daryl Ruiz, the righty David Mayberry, and then the left-handed hitting Grant Thurman scheduled to hit in this inning. First pitch from Dennis, fastball misses up and in for ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Ruiz. That one just catches the outside corner for a strike, even in the count up at 1-1. How about this? Ole Miss teammate relieving his Ole Miss teammate. These two were teammates at Ole Miss. They joined essentially at the same time, and now they're pitching back-to-back here. 1-1, front door breaker finds the zone. Now the count's at 1-2. Dennis this year has made 3 appearances. He's pitched 3 2/3 innings. Last time out against New York was that middle game where he pitched an inning but gave a couple of runs after giving up a couple of hits. 1-2 pitch, that one fouled back. Count's still 1-2. Felt like for whatever reason they just had his number in that outing. But before that, he's actually made 4 appearances. Sorry. Before that, he had gone 2 2/3 scoreless. And now here's the 1-2. Pulled the string on him, but he's able to just foul it off, and he stays alive, does Ruiz. Ruiz 0 for 1. He drew a walk, and he's flown out to center. Now here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on a miss for strike 3. Gunnar Dennis picks up where his teammate left off with a German-American Bank strikeout, and there's one away. So with one away, it's David Mayberry. Dennis with a sharp first batter. And now works from the windup, the 0-1 pitch. Or second batter, first pitch swinging. Now the count's 0-1. Mayberry also has a walk. He's also struck out. Next pitch misses outside, 1-1. Again, this is the part of the lineup that can be really dangerous at times. 1-1 pitch, chop that one towards third, but foul. Now the count 1-2. Dennis so far during his early stint as an Otter has done a great job at locating his pitches. Only 1 walk to 4 strikeouts. Now here's the 1-2 pitch. Try to go back door, but couldn't bend it enough, and counts 2-2. Works from the far third base side of the rubber, does the southpaw Dennis. And here's the 2-2 pitch. That one, soft looper into right. In on it is Benson, still coming in. It's going to drop in front of him. It's going to bounce awkwardly to the line, but Benson with a good read is able to cut it off and bring it in to keep Mayberry to a single. just stayed on it long enough, just found some open grass, and there's a one-out base runner. Now it's Grant Thurman. Bottom of the sixth inning, Otters lead 4-0. But Windy City's been able to get base runners on all night. First pitch, checked his swing, didn't mean to go, but he did. And he's out in front, 0-1 is Dennis. But there haven't really been too many bad situations for the Otters. There hasn't been a runner to reach third base yet. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Another strike finds the zone, and now it's 0-2. And again, obviously, it was Alex Canny before this inning. Did a great job at when base runners reached. He really locked down. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike three. Second German-American-based strikeout for Dennis in the inning. The 12th for the staff. And there's two away here in the sixth inning. It's going to be Oscar Serratos trying to keep the sixth inning alive. Dennis looks in. He comes set now. Looks over at first, now delivers the first pitch to Serratos. Pulled the string on him, and Serratos out in front. He's behind 0-1. Serratos tonight grounded into a double play, and he struck out swinging so far. Dennis delivers the 0-1 pitch. That one softly towards first. Good snag by Logan Brown, and he takes it himself to first in time for out number 3. We're through 6. Otters lead by 4 as we head to the 7th here on the Otters Digital Network and on 869 WYIR.
Smile on Down Syndrome has been providing a bright hope for tomorrow to the tri-state region for 25 years, providing smiles, support, and programs for individuals with Down syndrome while raising community awareness to create a brighter world that accepts and understands people with Down syndrome. Learn more now at smileondownsyndrome.org. Smile on Down Syndrome is celebrating 25 years of serving smiles to the Tri-States Down Syndrome community. Not only do we offer programming and support services, we sponsor annual events that give people with Down syndrome opportunities to be stars of the show at our World Down Syndrome Day Ice Cream Social and Talent Show, Christmas dinner, and our Smile Mile, which is a day celebrating our Down syndrome community, their families that involve the entire tri-state community, and the highlight of the year when individuals with Down syndrome really shine like a star among smiling supporters. Learn more and find your way to get involved and show your support at smileondownsyndrome.org. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and More can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800.
We head to the 7th inning here with the Windy City Thunderbolts. Evansville leading 4-0. It's Crix Tavares at the plate. First pitch to him finds the zone. Inside on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Tavares with a couple of hits in the game. He's 2 for 2. A single scored Wilbanks. Next pitch, backdoor breaker. He's out in front of it. He's behind 0-2. Quick time called. Greg Duncan's still out there, and why not? He's really found his groove here last couple of innings. Gave up 2 runs in the 3rd, 2 runs in the 4th, but he's held Evansville scoreless these last couple of innings. Try to go backdoor breaker, just missed outside. Great take from Tavares. And the count's 1-2. Next 1-2, takes that one inside. It's 2-2. I'd say really look at this game outside of the 2 innings that Otters have put up runs. It was 1-2-3 in the first, 1-2-3 in the second, 1-2-3 in the fifth, and then outside of a walk, 3 outs in the sixth. Here's the 2-2. Inside, ball 3. So from 0-2 to 3-2. So counts full to Crix Taveras. Time called. Now they reset everything. Taveras steps back in. And he delivers the payoff pitch. That one lined but fouling out of play. An overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best. Never regret it. So now the count still 3-2. Good work from here from Taveras. The payoff pitch swung on a miss for strike 3. Lost his bat down the first baseline. Goes down swinging. And there's one away here in the 7th. Now 7 strikeouts for Duncan in his game. And now Ellis Schwartz, the Edward Jones leadoff batter of the game, is going to step in with 1 away. No one loosening up in the Otters bullpen, so it looks like Dennis is going to get another inning of work. First pitch to Schwartz is fouled off to the left. He starts behind 0-1. Top 4 in the lineup without a hit for Evansville. Schwartz does have an RBI walk, and Benson does have an RBI sac fly as that one's popped up into foul territory. It's going to get out of play, and the count's going to be 0-2. Time called by Schwartz as he resets himself. Steps back into the left-handed batter's box. Duncan winds and delivers. Check swing from Schwartz did not go. And now the count's 1-2. Back-to-back batters have gone down 0-2. Taveras did work a full count, but did strike out eventually. Duncan winds and delivers the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Foul tipped into the glove for strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Duncan in the inning, and there's 2 away. So with 2 away, it's JT Benson trying to extend the 7th inning. And as I mentioned, it's outside of the 2 innings that Evansville has put up runs, Duncan has pretty much shut down this Otters team. First pitch front door breaker doesn't break enough, and Benson out in front of 1-0. Benson 0-2 with a sac fly, but as I mentioned, the lone damage against him back in the first start against Evansville, where he had a solo shot. Here's the 1-0. Takes that one lone away 2-0. Tonight has a ground out, a strikeout, and a sac fly. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That one a front door breaker that just misses again. Now it's 3-0 to JT Benson. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Inside, ball 4. So another 2-out walk, second in the last 2 innings. Deerhead side walk, cafe, and bar. And a slow walk from the manager, Toby Hall. And that's going to do it for Greg Duncan's night. Had a couple of bad innings, but really shut down on the other 4. He'll leave with 2 outs and a runner at second, or runner at first base. I'll have more on the new pitcher. We'll take a short break here on the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Join Smile on Down Syndrome for a rockin' extra experience at their 24th annual Smile Mile Walk on Saturday, October 4th from 9 to noon at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. Register to walk or donate by visiting smileondownsyndrome.org and come ready to rock it out for an extra spectacular time. All ages and abilities welcome. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VANDCASA.com. Smile on Down Syndrome is planning a Rockin' Extra Smile Mile celebrating 24 years of walks to support individuals rocking that extra 21st chromosome on Saturday, October 4th at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. This event will rock your socks off with a vendor mall, food trucks, face painting, special guest appearances, a Rockin' Extra talent show, and more. To learn more about how to rock at the walk or how to become an event sponsor, or even to make a donation, visit smileondownsyndrome.org or text 812-449-6049 for more information. This sponsored event is open to the entire tri-state community.
New pitcher on the mound for the Thunderbolts is Ronnie Dominguez. Dominguez on the mound. Behind the plate is Zach Beadle. That pitcher and catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Green River Road, or call 812-475-9000. First pitch, runner takes off. Inside, gets away, and Benson's going to get the stolen base with ease. Count will be 1-0 to LJ Jones. Now a runner in scoring position. And this is the kind of aggressive base running you like to see from Evansville, especially you get a 2 outs, new pitcher, take off first pitch. You get thrown out. Then you just start off the next inning with LJ Jones and no one on, no one away. Now you have a runner in scoring position all of a sudden with 2 away. Chance to add some more to this lead. It's Ronnie Dominguez. Again, the Thunderbolts in their dark gray jerseys with their dark blue numbers as Jones swings through that one. It's now 1-1. It's tough to tell, see who was out there. Thankfully, someone figured it out. Count now 1-1 to Jones. So he delivers. That one misses inside 2-1. Dominguez, his 16th game of the season. Delivers the 2-1 pitch. That one misses way outside. It's 3-1. Dominguez enters with a 12.72 ERA. In fact, his ERA has not been below single digits all season. But he has worked it down since the beginning of the year. Here's the 3-1 pitch. That one a high and deep drive into left. Back on it is Thurlman to the track and to the wall, but it's hooking and it goes foul. Counts full. Big charge into that one, but couldn't keep it fair. Last time out for Dominguez was on August 2nd. That one misses, ball 4, and a Deerhead side walk in Cafe and Bar. Second walk of the inning for Evansville. Now there's 2 on with 2 away for Keenan Taylor. Dominguez has had some really bad outings, gave up 3 runs in just 2/3 of an inning his first time out. Second time out on May 11th, 4 runs on no outs recorded. First pitch to Taylor, swings through that one, fouls it off. It's behind 0-1. gave up 9 runs in 2 innings of work against Schaumburg on June 21st. In 23 1/3 innings, he struck out 27. He's walked 20. He's given up 31 hits. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swings through that one, does Taylor. Now he's behind 0-2. Taylor calls time, steps out of the box, and tries to reset himself. Dominguez out there just trying to get the last out of the inning. Duncan worked 6 2/3, left with the base runner on. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Takes that one low and away. Good take from Taylor. Counts now 1-2. Duncan still has a runner out there on base before his day officially ends. As I mentioned, he went 6 2/3, gave up 5 hits, walked 4, struck out 8. Gave up 4 earned runs right now. Here's the 1-2. High pop-up. It's going to stay in the infield. It's going to be brought in by Dunlap, and that's going to do it for the 7th inning. And we're through 7.5 innings. Otters lead 4-0 as we head to the bottom half of the 7th here on the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WIIR.
Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Smile on Down Syndrome has been providing a bright hope for tomorrow to the tri-state region for 25 years, providing smiles, support, and programs for individuals with Down syndrome while raising community awareness to create a brighter world that accepts and understands people with Down syndrome. Learn more now at smileondownsyndrome.org.
Gunnar Dennis out there for his 2nd inning of work. Looked great in his 1st inning. Struck out 2. Did allow a single. Wasn't a hard hit single by any means, but I got a ground out to end the inning. And now he's trying to work a 2nd consecutive scoreless inning as the Otters lead 4-0 here in the bottom of the 7th. Full night sky now. And Josh Gibson's going to lead off this 7th inning. Led off the 5th inning with a walk. 0 for 1 with a strikeout and that walk. First pitch to Gibson. Finds the zone. And he jumps out in front of him 0-1. Again, Dennis, first time he got scored on was his last outing against New York. But he's been excellent tonight. He's been excellent a lot of the year. Here's the 0-1. Swings through that one, does Gibson. Now he's out in front of him 0-2. He's done a great job locating his early pitches especially. See if he can find the put-away pitch here. Here's the 0-2. Try to go fastball and up in the zone, but misses high, and Gibson holds off. Counts now 1-2. Dennis winds and delivers. That one looper towards short. Tavares is going to be able to snag it in the air and bring it in for out number 1. So with 1 away to the 9-0 hitter, Zach Beadle. Beadle will step in 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts on the night. Again, the Otters pitching staff through 7 1/3 have 12 strikeouts. First pitch misses high, 1-0. 4 runs on 5 hits for Evansville. No runs on 3 hits for the Thunderbolts. 1-0. That one finds the zone and evens the count up at 1-1. Ole Miss teammates so far have combined to shut out the Thunderbolts so far. Trying to keep that where it's at. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Another well-placed strike. And he's out in front of him, or 1-2 now. Now Beto calls time, trying to avoid his 3rd strikeout of the game. One away here in the bottom of the 7th. Gunnar Dennis looks in and comes set. Now delivers the 1-2 pitch. That one misses high. Now the count's 2-2. All coming in a night where the Otters' leadoff hitter, Dennis Pierce, gets the night off. Now here's the 2-2. Pulled the string on him, but he foul-tipped it. Count still 2-2. Top of the lineup is waiting on deck. Dennis sets, winds, and delivers. That one fouled up and overhead. An overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it. Count still 2-2. Washington now up on Gateway 11-1. 2-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3. 3rd German-American Bank strikeout for Gunnar Dennis. And there's 2 away. Two away back to the top of the lineup. Cam Feltz will now hit from the right side of the plate tonight. That Schaumburg and New York game that was knotted up at 0 in the 5th. It's now 7-5 in the 7th. First pitch to Feltz finds the zone, and Dennis out in front of another batter, 0-1. It was 3 runs for New York in the 6th, 2 runs for them in the top of the 7th. They're up 5-0. Then Schaumburg scores 7 in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Feltz. That fastball just lost it, missed it way high. Now the count's 1-1. Mississippi now in front of Joliet 3-1. Quebec now leading Ottawa 10-3. Lake Erie came back, beat Florence 4-3. Just feels like Lake Erie just keeps coming back in these games. 1 run in the 8th, 3 in the 9th. Next pitch misses high and away, 2-1. Unless I'm wrong, this comes after a night where they were down late against Joliet as well. Here's a 2-1 pitch to Feltz. Checked his swing, didn't go. That ball misses low. It's 3-1. Yes, against Joliet, last game of that series, they were down by 4 runs in the 9th. They score 4, and they win with a run in the 10th. They never say die grapes, huh? 3-1 pitch. That one called. Strike 2 on the edge. Count runs full. Three Rivers and Tri-City in a boxing match, 10-8. Counts full, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the payoff pitch from Dennis. Gets some swinging. 4th German-American Bank strikeout for Dennis in his 2 innings of work. And the Otters have shut out Windy City through 7. We head to the 8th. Otters lead by 4 here on the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and More can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Join Smile on Down Syndrome for a rockin' extra experience at their 24th annual Smile Mile Walk on Saturday, October 4th from 9 to noon at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. Register to walk or donate by visiting smileondownsyndrome.org and come ready to rock it out for an extra spectacular time. All ages and abilities welcome. Right now, in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com.
We enter the 8th inning here at Ozinga Field. Evansville leads 4-0. They scored 2 in the 3rd and 2 in the 4th, and that was all they've needed so far. As their pitching staff has been through 7, they've struck out 14 batters, and they've held Windy City scoreless. Again, picking it up off a weekend where they struck out 34 batters against New York. Picked up right where they left off, and they've been excellent tonight. In the 8th inning, chance to add some more runs here against Ronnie Dominguez. Got the final out in the 7th. Now Logan Brown awaits him here in the 8th. First pitch to him swinging. Went up for a fastball, and he'll be behind 0-1. Brown has swung at the first pitch his last 3 at-bats. Got a hit on the first one. Now here's the 0-1 pitch to Brown. Swings through that one, pulled the string on him. Now he's behind 0-2. Again, the Otters only with 5 hits on the game. But that's all they've really needed so far. They've taken advantage when runners have been on. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Brown. That one misses outside. It's 1-2. Dominguez did walk a batter his last inning. He walked L.J. Jones before getting Keenan Taylor to pop out. Nick McAuliffe now up and working in the Otters bullpen. That one, a hard liner into left center field. That one's going to split the gap and get all the way to the wall. That one's going to bounce off the wall. Brown rounding first. He's heading to second, and he will jog into second base with a leadoff deerhead. Double-decker double. And the Otters have something cooking here in the 8th. And now it's Graham Brown to follow. Took a 2-strike pitch, did Logan Brown, and found the gap. Now Logan Brown will step in. Big spot here. You'd love to continue to add here. Don't let Windy City get any hope in this game. Here's the first pitch to the Otters center fielder. Swinging that one. Deep drive into left. That one's back. That one's deep. That one's long gone. Graham Brown ambushes a first pitch fastball, and the Otters extend their lead to 6-0. Graham Brown's second hit of the night adds 2 more runs, making it even that more difficult for the comeback attempt from Windy City. And now it's J.J. Cruz to follow that action. First pitch to him, that one, high fly ball into left. That one's looping. That one's going to be brought in and caught for out number 1. Now the first pitch swing. Get pretty good contact, but just got a little bit under it. Now there's one away for Cohen Wilbanks. Here's the first pitch to the Otters catcher. He takes that one, inside corner. He'll start behind 0-1. The 0-1 pitch, swinging that one high, pop up left field. Shallow left field. That one's hooking towards foul territory. The shortstop Dunlap trying to get under it. He can't bring it in. It stays fair. Wilbanks just stays at first base, but he'll reach. Mistake there from the Thunderbolts allows another base runner to reach. Looks like they'll mark it up as a hit. I'll take that on your score sheet. One away, back to the bottom of the lineup, and Crix Taveras, who already has 2 hits in the game. Taveras stands in the left-handed batter's box. First pitch to him, misses outside, ball 1. Throw over to first, nothing doing. Cone Wilbanks over there. Otters lead 6-0 now. Graham Brown, a 2-run shot. Added 2 more runs to the Otters lead. Next pitch to Taveras misses. It's 2-0. Wilbanks reached on a mistake, given a single. Next pitch swings through that one. And now Taveras still out in front. It's 2-1. Next pitch to Taveras. That one misses low. Now it's 3-1 to the Otters shortstop. Again, he's coming off the weak series against New York where he reached 7 out of 9 times. Already 2 hits in this game. 2 for 3. Struck out his last time. So the 3-1 pitch, swings that one, fouls it off. Good swing, but can't keep it fair, and the count runs full. Dominguez looks in, comes set, and delivers the payoff pitch. That one lined towards the left center gap. That's going to get down. That one's going to get all the way to the wall. Rounding second is Wilbanks. He's heading for third. They're going to wave him home. He's rounding third, heading for the home. Throw's going to come in. It's going to be cut off, and that's another run for the Otters lead. Crix Taveras, a Deerhead double-decker, double his 3rd hit of the night, extends the lead to 7. Talk about a breakout week for Crix Taveras. His 4th extra base hit. His 8th hit of the week already. Now the Otters lead 7-0. Ellis Schwartz coming up to the plate, the Edward Jones leadoff batter of the game. Why not add more here? Don't want to let him have any shot. Otters lead by 7. They're up 7-0. Here's the first pitch to Schwartz. He takes that one low. Good stop by the catcher, Beadle. Now it's 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Schwartz. Check swing, fouls it off. Now it's 1-1. Schwartz on the game has a walk. He's 0 for 3 otherwise. That pitch misses outside. Now it's 2-1. That walk was an RBI, though. The 2-1 pitch, that one fouled back. Just missed it, Schwartz. And now he's behind, or the count's evened up, rather, at 2-2. The 2-2 pitch, that one misses low. Count runs full once again. There is a pitcher out there either warming up or warm in the Windy City bullpen. Here's the payoff pitch. Foul tipped into the glove. Schwartz goes down swinging, his third strikeout of the night. And there's 2 away with that runner still at second base. And JT Benson will step in with 2 away. That runner still at second base. First pitch to Benson. Line deep into right field. That's going to send Feltz back to the track. But he's going to be able to get under it on the run and bring it in for out number 3. But the Otters send 7 to the plate. They add 3 more, 2 off the back of Graham Brown, 1 on the double from Crix Taveras. They now lead 7-1 as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning here on the Otters Digital Network and on 96.9 WYIR.
Smile on Down Syndrome is planning a Rockin' Extra Smile Mile celebrating 24 years of walks to support individuals rocking that extra 21st chromosome on Saturday, October 4th at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. This event will rock your socks off with a vendor mall, food trucks, face painting, special guest appearances, a Rockin' Extra talent show, and more. To learn more about how to rock at the walk or how to become an event sponsor or even to make a donation, visit smileondownsyndrome.org or text 812-449-6049 for more information. This sponsored event is open to the entire tri-state community. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Smile on Down Syndrome has been providing a bright hope for tomorrow to the tri-state region for 25 years, providing smiles, support, and programs for individuals with Down syndrome while raising community awareness to create a brighter world that accepts and understands people with Down syndrome. Learn more now at smileondownsyndrome.org.
Otters call to the bullpen is Nick McAuliffe. McAuliffe on the mound, Wilbanks behind the plate. That pitcher and catcher battery is sponsored by the Answered Otter Repair East, located at 2319 North Green River Road, or called 812-475-9000. McAuliffe entering the game now with a 7-run lead, just trying to keep the shutout intact. Making his 30th appearance of the season. He enters with a 3.03 ERA. Just trying to shut down this game and make sure that Windy City doesn't come back in this one. It's Michael Sandel, first pitch to him, misses. And he'll start from behind 1-0. McAuliffe works from the windup. The 1-0 pitch is a front door breaker. That's beaut. Evens the count up at 1-1. McAuliffe has been excellent out of the bullpen. He was warming up when it was still a 4-run game. Another off-speed pitch had him way off stride. And now he's in front 1-2. Decided to go ahead and let him pitch here. Again, the Otters bullpen very much well rested. Now here's the 1-2 pitch in the dirt. Sandel didn't take, and now it's 2-2. McAuliffe did pitch 2/3 of an inning against New York. Allowed a hit, a walk, struck out 1, didn't allow any of his own runs to score. Now he works with a 2-2 count. He winds and delivers. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Another German-American bank strikeout for this Otters pitching staff, and he made that one look dirty. Way off stride again, and there's one away. Now it's James Dunlap. At the 15th strikeout for the Otters pitching staff tonight. Dunlap, soft looper. Cruz snags it on the run. Throw to first is in time, and there's 2 away. Good running play from J.J. Cruz. That one looked like it was destined for right field, but just a little bit too much off the end of the bat. And with 2 away, it's up to Daryl Ruiz. The Otters now just 2 strikeouts short of their season high as a staff. First pitch, that one misses just high, and it's 1-0. McAuliffe works from the windup. He winds and delivers the 1-0 pitch. That one swung through. Another ugly swing, and the count's evened up at 1-1. Ruiz on the night, he's 0 for 2, a walk and a strikeout. Ruiz steps back in, trying to reset himself after that swing. Now here's the 1-1 delivery from the Otters reliever. Another off-speed pitch. That one on the ground towards second. Cruz, the backhand move. Takes it in, throw to first in time for out number 3. A couple of ground outs to end the inning after the strikeout to begin it. And we're through 8 here in Windy City. Evansville leads 7-0 as we head to the final frame here on the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Smile on Down Syndrome is celebrating 25 years of serving smiles to the Tri-States Down Syndrome community. Not only do we offer programming and support services, we sponsor annual events that give people with Down syndrome opportunities to be stars of the show at our World Down Syndrome Day Ice Cream Social and Talent Show, Christmas dinner, and our Smile Mile, which is a day celebrating our Down syndrome community, their families that involve the entire tri-state community, and the highlight of the year when individuals with Down syndrome really shine like a star among smiling supporters. Learn more and find your way to get involved and show your support at smileondownsyndrome.org. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Join Smile on Down Syndrome for a rockin' extra experience at their 24th annual Smile Mile Walk on Saturday, October 4th from 9 to noon at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. Register to walk or donate by visiting smileondownsyndrome.org and come ready to rock it out for an extra spectacular time. All ages and abilities welcome.
New pitcher on the mound for Windy City is Christian Kazimka. Kazimka on the mound. Behind the plate is Zach Beadle. That pitcher and catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repairs, located at 2319 North Green River Road, or called 812-475-9000. LJ Jones will be the first one to meet Kazimka. Not the first time he's pitched this season, as the first pitch misses outside ball 1. Now time called as we'll have a discussion between the catcher and pitcher. Actually, there was a new catcher that came in. Nope, I stand corrected. Thought I saw a different number. I am wrong. So having a conversation out there on the mound is Kazimka and his catcher Beadle. Kazimka, in his second year as a Thunderbolt, has also been used as an off pitcher. Not like this, where it's gotten out of hand. They're down 7-0. You don't want to waste another arm. You bring in Kazimka, and it's not like he can't throw the ball. It's not like it's traditional position player, as that one finds the zone at 88 and evens the count up at 1-1. In 5 games last year, pitched 6 innings, gave up 6, or had a 6 ERA. This year in 3 games, has pitched 2 1/3. As that one's a high pop-up. That one's going to stay in the infield. It'll be Gibson, and nope, it's Dunlap who calls it off and brings it in for out number 1. They fooled me. They both went up to act like they were catching it. So with 1 away, it's Keenan Taylor. He'll step in. He's 0 for 4. Trying to find a hit tonight after having back-to-back 2-hit nights. First pitch, he takes outside for ball 1. This year in 3 games, Kazimka's pitched 2 1/3. He's given up 4 runs to a 15.43 ERA. That one is fouled up and overhead. An overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Taylor. Takes that one, misses just low. It's 2-1 now. Big weekend in MLB baseball, at least NL Central baseball. The Cardinals and Cubs are playing. You know, that's always a big rivalry, no matter how good or bad the teams are. That one from Taylor, high pop-up, another infield pop-up. This one's the third baseman, Serratos. Instead, it's the shortstop again calling off his teammate, and there's 2 away. Cardinals winning 4-0. How about that? Jordan Walker just hit a solo shot to make it 4-0. Now it's Logan Brown. First pitch swinging. He fouls it off. He'll be behind 0-1. And now you look at the story, just the big innings. Really, what it felt like the last road trip is what killed Evansville were the big innings for the most part anyway. The 0-1 pitch. That one on the line, but foul. And now it's 1-1. Or 0-2, sorry. But in tonight's game, it's been the big innings that's helped the Otters. 0-2 pitch, check swing. That one in the dirt, way in front of the plate. Counts 1-2 now. Three innings where Evansville went down 1-2-3. The other inning, they only had 1 base runner with 2 outs. In the 7th, the first 2 outs were recorded by Duncan. A couple batters reached afterwards, but no one scored. That pitch misses high. Now it's 2-2. But in the big innings, 2 runs, 7 batters come to the plate in the 3rd. 2 runs, 6 batters come to the plate in the 4th. That one in the dirt. And now the count runs full. And then in the 8th inning, 7 batters come to the plate, 3 runs score. So, and again, if you look in, you know, an inning, a 2-run inning is not going to kill you, but they keep happening. That one popped up but foul, and that'll get out of play. Combine it with the pitching staff from Evansville being shut down, or being locked down, it's been all Evansville tonight. Next pitch to Brown misses inside, ball 4. On a 2-out Deerhead sidewalk cafe and bar extends the inning to Graham Brown. 2 more hits for Graham Brown tonight, including that home run in his last time up in the last inning. Two outs here in the top of the 9th inning. Otters leading 7-0. First pitch swinging, deep drive into center, but it's going to go directly towards the center fielder, Sandel, and he brings it in for out number 3. Hard it out to end the inning, but the Otters take a 7-run lead to the 9th here on the Otters Digital Network and our 96.9 WIIR.
Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com. Smile on Down Syndrome is planning a Rockin' Extra Smile Mile celebrating 24 years of walks to support individuals rocking that extra 21st chromosome on Saturday, October 4th at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. This event will rock your socks off with a vendor mall, food trucks, face painting, special guest appearances, a Rockin' Extra talent show, and more. To learn more about how to rock at the walk or how to become an event sponsor or even to make a donation, visit smileondownsyndrome.org or text 812-449-6049 for more information. This sponsored event is open to the entire tri-state community.
Otters call to the bullpen. Alex Valdez enters the game. Beyond the plate, still Cohen Wilbanks. That pitcher catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repairs. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repairs, located at 2319 North Green River Road, or call 812-475-9000. Valdez making his first appearance since his outing on August 3rd. He had 2 straight outings in Florence where unfortunately he blew saves, earned the loss in both of those outings. He's only pitched 3 games since July 18th. And so tonight, just a chance to get him some work here. It's a low-stress situation. Just got to work a clean inning here. He'll face David Mayberry to start the inning. First pitch, misses inside. He'll start behind 1-0. Valdez, even amidst the struggles, still enters his 30th game with a 4.09 ERA. 1-0 pitch, that one's fouled off. Now it's evened up at 1-1. Had a 3 ERA before entering the August 1st game against Florence, where he gave up 3 earned runs. And then on August 3rd, gave up, it says 2 earned runs here. That one, high fly ball. It's going to send Graham Brown back, but not too much, and he'll be able to camp under it and bring it in for out number 1. Good few steps in front of the warning track. But I believe that scoring is wrong. It should be an unearned run because he got the inherited runner in the bottom of the 10th from the international tiebreaker runner. But either way, gets the first out of the inning. Now he faces Grant Thurlman. First pitch to him, pulled the string. Swings that one in the dirt, and he's behind Valdez 0-1. Valdez still one of the most trusted arms in the back of the bullpen, though. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one misses outside. It's 1-1. And sometimes it just takes a good outing to just reset your mind and set yourself back up in the right direction. Last year with Evansville, 1.26 ERA in 14 innings. Here's the 1-1. That one taken just outside for ball 2. Again, through most of the year, he's been excellent. Here comes the 2-1 pitch from Valdez. That one fouled up and overhead. An overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best. Never regret it. Counts 2-2. Here's the pitch from Valdez. Fouled off. And we'll do it again. Thurman fouled it off himself. He's going to take a long walk around the batter circles. He tries to reset himself. The Otters with 11 active pitchers currently. Canny went tonight. Gunnar Dennis went tonight. McAuliffe went tonight. That one's fouled back. We'll do it again. Valdez going tonight. Guys in the bullpen. remain with Adrian Montilva, Garrett Crowley, Ryan Wiltsey. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That one hit deep into right field. That's going to send Benson back to the track, but he's able to bring it in on the run for out number 2. Good contact there, but didn't get enough of it. And with 2 away, it's up to Oscar Serratos, the final hope in the game. So it looks like it might be a pinch hitter. Again, it's so hard to tell with the numbers on the back. I believe it's Christian Kazimka who pitched, I believe. First pitch to him on the ground towards short. Tavares will backhand it. Long throw to first is not in time. Kazimka beats it out to continue the game. That was a tough play for Tavares, but an infield single. And the game continues to Josh Gibson. I stand corrected, it was Oscar Serratos. These numbers, man. These numbers. Thought for sure it said something else. There's 2 away. Gibson stands at the plate. First pitch to him. That one is fouled up and out of play. He'll start behind 0-1. The Otters out away. Valdez looks in and comes set. Now pitching from the stretch. Delivers the 0-1 pitch. That one finds the zone. Gibson down 0-2. Windy City down to their final strike in the ballgame. Valdez looks in. He agrees and comes set. Pitching from the far third base side of the rubber is a righty. Delivers the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. And that's going to do it. German American Bank strikeout to end the ball game. How else would you want to end it? This kind of ball game where the Otters struck out 16 batters. Looks like there was a bit of confusion on the field, but that's out number 3. That's the ball game. The Otters strike out 16 Thunderbolts and win the game with a with a shutout of Windy City. They win 7-0. We'll talk about it more on the Papa John's postgame show here after a short break on the Otters Digital Network and on 96.9 WYIR.
Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Smile on Down Syndrome has been providing a bright hope for tomorrow to the tri-state region for 25 years, providing smiles, support, and programs for individuals with Down syndrome while raising community awareness to create a brighter world that accepts and understands people with Down syndrome. Learn more now at smileondownsyndrome.org.
Welcome into the Papa John's postgame show. Remember that Papa John's is the official sponsor of the Otters pregame and postgame shows, available every game night, 20 minutes before and 10 minutes after each Otters game on the Otters Digital Network, the home team network, and 96.9 WYIR. Speaking of the home team network, they are the exclusive home of every Frontier League game this year, so check them out today and sign up. Get a front row seat to every Otters game this season. So the Otters get a big win. They win 7-0, and we got to start off with I believe there's going to be fireworks. Hold on. Okay, there's going to be fireworks. I'm going to go ahead and turn down the crowd mic. Oh. I'm going to go ahead and give me 1 second. Let me close this up real quick. All right, welcome into the Papa John's postgame show. So I'll go ahead and give the Papa John's postgame show as the fireworks show goes on. Evansville gets a big 7-0 win And you can't talk about the game tonight without talking about the start that we got from Alex Canny. Only went 5 innings, had to work through some tough at-bats, but struck out 10 batters in his 5-inning worked 5 shutout innings, gave up only 2 hits, walked 4, and looked fantastic out there. His fellow Ole Miss Rebel looked just as good as well. He pitched 2 shutout innings, gave up 1 hit, didn't walk anybody, and struck out 4. Nick McCall worked a great inning where he struck out 1, and Valdez worked the 9th inning, did give up a hit, but got a strikeout and ended the game scoreless as Evansville works their 4th shutout of the season, 2nd shutout of these Windy City Thunderbolts. Offensively for Evansville, didn't get started off the right way, a couple of 1, 2, 3 innings, and then the 3rd inning got started with a J.J. Cruz single. Wilbanks walked, and then a great bunt single from Crix Taveras. Schwartz walked in a run, a sac fly from J.T. Benson scored the 2nd run of the game. And then they followed that up in the 4th inning with a couple more runs. It was a single from Logan Brown, a single from Graham Brown to put runners at 1st and 2nd with no one out. Then Cone Wilbanks with 1 away in the inning, grounds into what almost looked like a double play, but he legged it out. Great hustle from Cone Wilbanks. Another run scored off of that. And then off the Crix Taveras single, his 2nd of 3 hits on the night, Wilbanks hustled around 2nd, pushed it at 3rd. The throw came in. It was wide. It ricocheted off an umpire, allowing Wilbanks to score. Taveras got to 2nd base, put the 4th run on the board. And then pitcher Greg Duncan, we talked about how good he was, settled back in. That's kind of what you would expect of a star player like Duncan. He worked a 1, 2, 3, 5th inning, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 6th inning with a walk in there, and then the 7th inning got the first 2 outs via the strikeout, walked a batter. They took him out. L.J. Jones walked, and then Keenan Taylor popped out. But the Otters added some more in the 8th. A double led off the inning from Logan Brown, followed by a Graham Brown home run. But the Otters wouldn't stop there. A single from Cohen Wilbanks, a very lucky single. And then Crix Taveras, his 3rd hit of the night, a double, scored the 7th run of the night, and that would do it for Evansville. Taveras, what a week he's had. 3 hits. He's now 8 for 13 on the week. He's got 4 doubles. Add another RBI to his total. Wilbanks with 3 runs on the night. A hit, an RBI, and a walk. J.J. Cruz had a walk and a run scored. Graham Brown with a couple of hits, including a 2-run home run. Logan Brown a couple of hits and a couple of runs scored as well. And no hits from the top 4 in the lineup, but Ellis Schwartz worked a good walk and got an RBI for it. And J.T. Benson got a good sac fly and got an RBI for it as well. The Otters are back in action tomorrow night. Same place, similar time. The start time is scheduled for 6:05 p.m. Central. Be playing these Windy City Thunderbolts. Otters still searching for that first road series win, but they set themselves up in the right direction going to tomorrow. Still not sure who the starter will be. Obviously, we'll have that updated, at least by the Papa John's pregame show. Have it updated, hopefully, on Twitter as well. And then Sunday, you get Braden Scott going on the mound, so a big chance here to finally get that first road series win and really set yourself up for what can be a really, really fun August with what this team has shown. But that'll do it tonight for our broadcast. Otters win 7-0. They come back here tomorrow night, 6:05 p.m. Papa John's pregame show will start at 5:45 p.m., 20 minutes before. Otters can come back and have a chance to win the series. That'll do it for me. I'm Lucas Macklin, signing off. And as always, Otters fans, have a blessed night.